Oh, how's it going? The very first watch along until finish. Spot Monkey Radio. That is Greco, Mike. Oh, you got to lower your TV, Mike, please.
I gotta lower my TV, no problem, friend. Adjusting here. Sorry about that.
All good. Why do I hear us? Oh, that's fine.
Do you have to lower your computer there?
Yeah. Sorry. Just making sure we're all right. That's Greco. I am Tony. We'll be joined by Malik shortly. I'm assuming he's getting ready. Or he probably just fell asleep before the show even started.
I mean, that might have been the best thing that could have happened.
Which I don't blame him. Jeff, what's up, buddy? It's good to see you in the chat here. Not sure what's going to happen. But if you're talking about it, Tony, I'll fucking listen. I appreciate you, buddy. Yeah, we're going to have a lot of bad stuff. How do you say that name, babe?
That's Ahmed.
Ahmed. How you going, bud? Thank you for hanging out with us. We're about to be watching AEW. Nico Tronis. What's up, bud? It's good to see you. We're going to be watching AEW Dynamite. I don't know if it's going to be that fucking good. Last couple weeks, it's been absolute shit.
Awful.
Yeah.
Awful. And I try to watch it. And I try to watch it with like an open mind every week. Every week, you know what it is? It's like the battered spouse syndrome. Like I go back every week thinking, you know what? Maybe this is the week they're gonna get better. And it's just no. It's you know what? It's part of my life. I'm a Cowboys fan, so I should be used to it by now.
I like this little pun joke. It could be explosive. Jeff, if you're watching AEW Dynamite tonight with us, you'll find out that it's a dud. An absolute dud. It's never that good. Not to say that they don't have talent, because like I said, the last 2 weeks I've been watching, played Batista. I played Batista. I don't know what that means.
The clip you have.
Oh, I don't have a clip of Batista.
Oh, oh no, I'm sorry. I was thinking of the Mark one.
I have this one.
You fucking Mark!
That one. That's MJF.
That's MJF.
I have Jericho now too.
You just made the list. You just made the list.
Okay. Zach,
happy Lunar New Year, Zach.
Yeah, Zach, happy Lunar New Year to you as well, buddy. Thank you for hanging out. Like I said, we're waiting. We got about 5 minutes before AEW Dynamite starts. This won't be like a weekly thing, but I'm assuming when you guys are free every now and again.
Yeah.
Are you going to be watching the Rumble this Saturday?
Yes, I will be.
Yeah, I'm going to catch the replay. I got to go pick up my sister from the airport.
Okay.
It's like right there to 6 o'clock.
I mean, you'll be home in time for the men's Rumble.
That's really what matters, right?
Yeah. You know what? The women's Rumble is at least interesting. I'm sure there's going to be a couple surprises.
Yeah, when I think surprises, though, you obviously it's still predictable. You don't think Charlotte Flair's going to win?
All right, so that wouldn't be the surprise, but I think if we get Miss AJ Lee,
oh, really? Oh, Jesus,
could be at least something.
Thank God we're gonna miss that, babe. I'm so happy we're gonna miss that. The one thing I really want to see is the ladder match. I would like to see Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens. I said this on Monday on Spot Monkey Radio. Kevin Owens is one of those people that I'm happy that I was wrong about. I didn't think it was going to work with him, and I'm happy to see that I was 100% wrong. He's been what's up?
You know the guy who I really I say it to him, so I don't feel bad saying it on here. You know, Brandon called it. Brandon said that he'd be like a Stone Cold, and listen, he's not anywhere near what Stone Cold was, but at the same time, he's main evented with Stone Cold.
Yeah, but he also said that about Jon Moxley. That's why I didn't take it seriously.
Okay. Well, you know, broken clock is right twice a day, so you know.
That's fucking a fact, dude. I did see some of the matches tonight. Did you see what's happening tonight? Like what they announced?
I saw Will Ospreay and Brian Cage.
Yeah. I saw Jeff Jarrett versus Claudio.
Oh.
Yeah. With the dummy. The women's what the fuck?
I know something with Mariah May. I didn't see who she was wrestling.
It was Banks, Sasha Banks versus somebody.
Oh, Mercedes Moné.
Yeah, and then what was the other one? The one I saw, MJF will speak. I love those. I love those. It's like MJF will speak at AEW Dynamite.
Mercedes Moné and Yuka Sakazaki.
Hey, God bless you.
And Will Yuta and Jay White.
Nico Trana says it'll be either Becky or Charlotte, and I agree. I tend to agree with him. I think that'll. Mox sucks. I agree with that again. Double agree, Nico Trana.
Agreed. Agreed.
Absolute fucking worst.
You know what's great? Normally the argument is, well, who's the Sean and who's the Jannetty? You had two Seans come out of that group.
For real. Yeah, for real. I never would have been. I mean, listen, Jon Moxley has made a nice little career for himself. It's not like
he's in the best shape of his career, and when he cuts his promos aren't god awful. It's just the second he gets in front of that live crowd, people now are just like, nah, okay,
over it. You know what it is? It's because it's one dimension. It's the same shit all the time.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't really evolve this shit. At least from what I've seen. And I said this to Malik on Monday. I watched AEW 2 years ago and I stopped because it was just absolute dog shit, right? I come back to it 2 years later and it's literally like I didn't even leave. It's like I picked up right where I left off. I didn't have to remember anything. Speak of the devil and he shall appear. Malik, welcome to the program. It's good to see you, bud.
Well, why are you not connected? I hate things. I do. I really do. Like, I got my headphones. What the fuck? Well, I got my headphones on. That the shit's not gonna hook up to this bitch.
That's fine.
I'm getting angry.
He's got a golden retriever brain. He doesn't stay focused. Too many real drugs. Probably. I guess that was it. You know, listen, I'll tell you this. I've been on the Roman Reigns bandwagon since the beginning.
Agreed.
When they booed him in the Royal Rumble with The Rock, right? Everybody hated him, and I was like, I don't know what you guys hate about this guy. This guy's great. Knowledge tribal chief.
Listen, they pulled the trigger at the perfect time, coming out of COVID.
Yo, you pay bills? Do you pay bills? I'm sorry. Excuse me. I mean,
there we go. Welcome to Smart Monkey Radio, everybody.
Yeah. This tends to go off the rails as well. At least the watch belongs, bro. I'll tell you that. right now.
Just to bring up someone else on AEW before it starts, can we talk about the fall of grace of MJF?
they're trying to make me turn Ike Turner today. It's too early for that. That's right. That's why I went to school of parenting. Ike Turner school.
All right. Welcome to the show, Malik. How you feeling, buddy?
They're gonna be like that. Malik, he abuses children and his girlfriend. No, I don't. If you can't take a joke, you use. Oh, anyway, you said the fall from grace from MJF.
Yes, that's what I just mentioned.
Yeah, thank you.
We kind of touched on that, I think, last week and this week.
Yes.
On our Monday shows at 10:30 Eastern time, 10:30 a.m. Try plugging it.
Appreciate it.
I don't know. I don't get what it is with him. Like, what happened? What did we miss? Where did everything go wrong with MJF?
I don't know if I don't want to say like personal ego, but maybe I might have had something to do with it. I think he thought staying in AEW was the smart play. AEW has just started. Thank you, my lady. Just kind of, I don't know if anybody's watching along with us. Hey, come on now. He stinks. Ricky Fallon in the house. I know who that is. Good old Ricky Richards. It's good to see you, buddy. If I'm not mistaken. Good to see you, pal. Will Ospreay, they're opening up the show with Ospreay versus Brian Cage right now.
Oh, Brian Cage.
Brian
Cage is what the definition of the term muscle hamster or what? Him and fucking
muscle hamster.
You know what's crazy? I used to, like, before he got to AEW, I didn't mind Brian Cage. I actually kind of liked him. And then he got to AEW, and I'm just like, another guy. Meh.
But you know what it is? Some of these guys, they're good in small doses. Like, you'll see him once in a blue moon. You'll see him have a decent, okay match. You're like, all right, I like this guy. He's not too bad. And then he comes out every fucking Wednesday, and then you're like, oh, this guy sucks. I think what happened to Brian Cage.
The issue is that there's nobody producing this company.
Yeah.
As far as, agents and so on and so forth behind the scenes. That's where it's complicated.
So now at Grand Slam in Australia, it's going to be Kenny Omega, and this Will Ospreay versus 2 members of the Callis family. Am I correct in seeing that?
Pinosuke Takeska and Kyle Fletcher against those 2.
Okay. Okay. Now, how do you guys feel about Will Ospreay's current run?
To be very fair, I can honestly say I don't have any real complaints about it.
Okay.
I'm actually gonna agree. I mean, his matches have been fine. I feel like you get enough of him every week, and they don't throw it down your throat that much.
It's 18, they said. Yeah. Felix is asking what side the ring is. Or what size is the ring? I'm sorry.
Do we know? I've seen that this thing for Australia has changed 15 times. It was going to be on the Saturday, then it was going to be on the Wednesday, then it was going to to be airing live. Now, what is going on? What is this actual Australia show?
I thought it was going to be in a stadium. If I remember correctly.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not watching along right now, Brian Cage has the sickest case of roid belly I've ever seen. Oh, yeah. That's just too much. He's on the gas. Jesus Christ.
Or he's coming off the gas.
He's coming off the gas. Yes?
It's 20 by 20.
So the AEW ring is 20 by 20.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, babe.
According
Look
to
at that.
Fightful.com.
Ooh, that's right. If anybody's wondering, my lovely wife is producing the show. So everybody slow clap for my beautiful wife.
No. Oh. It says Adam Page
said what?
Hold on. It says
if you're gonna try
20 by 20 being the standard for WWE and New Japan, 18 by 18 the norm everywhere else. Page total states hoping for the former in All Elite Wrestling. I can't speak for everybody, but I know I like the 20 by 20 more than anything I've ever wrestled in.
That's Adam Page who said that.
Yes, hold on. Is he could?
That looks very small on TV. Yeah.
Let me find a different.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It looks very small on TV if you're saying it. It looks like an 8. It looks like a 16.
I would say it looks almost like a 16. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks fucking tiny, that ring on TV. Why WWE's ring looks gigantic?
I think because it's the camera placement.
It has to be.
And also, I mean, not to be funny, maybe AEW is finally smartening up. I mean, that top row looks pretty empty, but maybe they're doing a smaller venues finally.
Yeah, so I mean, it needs a smaller ring.
Yeah. Well, we see Kenny Omega got beat up in the back.
Jesus Christ. Why? You made this point 2 weeks ago, and at first I was like, I don't think he's right. And then I watched it again last week, and I'm like, fuck, he's right. Why do the faces always get beat up?
Always.
Between that, either they can't win or there's always got to be some sort of aftermath where they get attacked even when they win.
Jesus Christ.
100%. Ospreay goes over in this match. Lance Archer gets involved. I don't know who else is going to come out to help Omega and Ospreay, but
I will say this: putting a lot of these guys who can't cut promos with Don Callis is a smart move. I'll accept that. Like maybe Don Callis said, "Give me these guys because they can't cut promos. I'll do it for them," and he's doing it for them. I don't know what it is, but I don't mind Don Callis having like we said, Malik, like a Heenan family style thing on here.
Yeah. Well, the next problem becomes these guys have to win real matches once in a while.
Yeah. Yes.
What do you mean? Defeating Commander's not real to you?
Would you just come sit over here and put a fucking headset on? I can't hear you, first off. Yes, and you're watching it along with us. Jesus Christ.
Here's my thing. I don't want to be that podcast where we just sit and just fully talk about the negatives of AEW. I feel there are some positives.
I'm not going to shit on anything here. I'm trying to watching it with an open mind. I promise you that.
Can I just?
Oh no! Don't worry. I'm not gonna jump on your back like Brandon did a few years ago because that was something.
Can I just say Hugh Jackman looks great? I mean, look at this guy.
Ooh.
He said Hugh Jackman looks great.
Is this really necessary? The referee should have counted them out by now.
Yes.
All right, that's pretty impressive. Catching a guy midair to suplex.
Testing, good.
Yeah,
only to put him back down.
That's what I was. That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say he looks like he could play Wolverine next week.
Okay, what's up, babe?
From everything that I read, it says it is 20 by 20.
But
the WWE is bigger than that.
How can
that could be A little bit. That's what I read.
I think WWE's 24/24. I could be wrong.
24/24.
I'm not getting. Hold on.
Even
Yeah,
though-
20/24 is
Oh,
WWE
there we
standard.
go. Something
Wow.
like that. I was close.
AEW is 20/20.
Holy shit!
Huh.
It looked like a 20/20.
No, it doesn't.
Don Callis finally got a brand new suit that he's gonna wear out for the next couple of months. Yeah,
Can we also
you
talk about that?
ever really pay attention to how they dress? You'd be like,
Can we also talk about the scar on Don Callis' head?
Yeah,
thanks to Moxley.
yo, I don't know if you guys ever watched that show, the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
I know.
Yeah, he looks like that guy with the scar on his face.
My man's dome exploded on the floor when Moxley attacked him, so that's why he's got that scar for life. It's a pretty sick scar.
You know what always makes me laugh is like I said, the graphic in the corner that goes, "MJF will appear." Like, we will hear from MJF at some point. He's got something to say, and we're gonna hear from him. How do you feel about that match? Wheeler Yuta versus Jay White.
Poor Jay.
Here's the thing. I know a lot of people don't Yuka Sakazaki. Fuck off. I'm sorry. I know most people aren't fans of Jay White. I'm probably the one that's in the minority for him. Not against him.
I love Jay. You made me a fan
I
of
like
Jay
when
White.
he was in New Japan.
Okay.
When he was coming up in New Japan, I enjoyed that run, but he came here and it's just like he just died.
Yeah.
I agree, Ricky.
Ricky, I agree too. I don't get Wheeler Yuta.
There are two guys most people don't understand: Wheeler Yuta and Daniel Garcia. I mean, both of them could work and everything, but there's not much to them. Character-wise, charisma.
I seen many years ago. We were doing a show during the pandemic for I forgot what company it was, but he got
EXS.
Yeah. All right, that was good. I happened to see him for the first time, Daniel Garcia.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember saying on the way home to him and Matt, I go, the guy's got the personality of a sock. I was like, but it can work, but he doesn't have like anything. There was nothing there.
What
and
is he now? Like a male stripper now?
And now he comes on and he does this shit. He does that shit, and it gets over. You know what he reminds me of? Who's that fucking dumb German dude from WCW?
Oh, Alex Wright.
Wonderkind. Yeah.
Time out. No. You will not shit on the good name of Alex Wright like
Alex Wright. All I remember is Das Wonderkind.
Because let me tell you, you go back and watch those Nitro days, he came out and that place popped.
I will send the link right now, babe. Garcia has more upside than Yuta. I will agree with that, Ricky. I do agree with that. But when Garcia came out and he started doing this shit, I immediately was like, "Das Wonderkind." I was like, "What the fuck?" Oh, this is great.
Listen,
He's like the modern day.
Yeah, for sure.
Ric Flair was a big supporter of Alex Wright, so that's the reason why he's lasted as long as he did in the company.
Well, I mean,
Really?
he had a great look. Like if like before, like he went the whole bald head, crazy German.
Get it right, Berlin.
Yeah, Berlin. Before that, like he had a great look. Like, he just couldn't cut a promo. But back then in WCW, there wasn't much more you needed to do.
That's very true. And in WCW, all you seem to do was just get a faction. Because didn't he have a whole German faction when he came out? Remember his first debut, and he had like the Wall Dude, and he had like Mad Entourage or whatever the fuck it was with his debut match. Remember that shit? I don't know if anybody. Am I remembering his thing right?
As Berlin?
As Berlin, yeah.
Wasn't he like in a tag team with Regal or something?
Alex Wright?
Yeah.
I don't think
No, he was with
No.
Disco Inferno.
Disco Inferno.
They were known as Boogie Nights.
Boogie Nights, yeah.
That's great. That's fucking great.
Maybe one of the rare things you remember Disco Inferno for.
Yeah. Other than having a shitty stunner. What was that finish?
The Chartbuster.
Chartbreaker.
Chartbuster was a great name.
Yeah. What do you think of this match so far, boys?
It's your typical Will Ospreay match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spot fest.
not I couldn't care less. You couldn't pay me to care about this crap, but he's got a cool finish. I like that back elbow thing. I think that's pretty.
Agreed.
That,
Hidden blade.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it looks cool. Looks like a good devastating move, and he can do it to anybody, which is good. This fucking Brian Cage, my goodness.
He just looks like a Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
All I need to start going is like, this is the greatest show. He brings it to something.
All he needs to start doing is like, what's going on, bub?
Dude, he could have definitely played one of the Wolverine variants in the Deadpool.
Definitely.
You know, like Deadpool steps through the thing, through like the tunnel into a wrestling.
What
world,
the?
and that Wolverine is fighting Bonesaw McGraw.
Yeah.
You know. That's great. Oh yeah, I'm gonna fight the Wolverine tonight. Yeah, all right. Yeah.
Whoop.
God, you want to put your mic?
No, I just find it funny that all of you are facing the same direction. It looks like the screen actual AEW is on the right side. All of you.
Yeah, we're all looking the same direction. We didn't plan that. That just happened that way. The TV just happened to be that way.
I get what she means now that I see it. It took me a second.
You could definitely that dude, I tell you, it starts the House of Glory. You gotta start getting over there for those kinds of shows. House of Glory would be a meal ticket into this because they book all these guys.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. That'd be cool.
Oh, yeah.
I could see that. I mean, Joey Ace was on AEW, was he not?
Yeah, he was.
I think so.
Yeah, he worked on AEW.
However, you see him more often on WWE TV as different.
Security.
Yeah.
Or,
You see him in the ring as a wrestler. You see him in the ring as security. You see him as EMT. Like he's got so many jobs.
In the WWE universe, he was known as an NPC.
Yeah. Some of these guys need to go to WWE and learn how to work, bro. Because these fucking dudes, they just do the same move over and over.
Well, that's the thing that brings me Penta. Like I noticed, once Penta figures out the WWE style, I think that guy will be the star that they want him to be.
Yeah.
I think
I saw an interesting thing the other day that showed an upcoming poster for something. I don't know if it's the Raw after Rumble or after that, and like Penta's the focus of the poster.
Yeah, they said that the Monday after the Rumble, he's like the main. Like, listen, they said Triple H is a big fan of his. He likes his work and shit, and I could see, like the next Rey Mysterio if built correctly. But they tried that shit with Sin Cara, it didn't work.
Well,
I think Penta's a different animal.
Yeah,
All Penta's got to do is slow down.
Yeah,
Just slow down.
Let's see. Sin Cara, Dragon Lee, the one in the middle from damn. I don't know. They were called the Lucha Dragons. Something. Kalisto. Yeah, that was another one they tried.
Yeah, they've been trying to make the next Rey Mysterio for decades at this point.
Yeah, I think,
and all they really needed was just Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, facts.
I think Pentagon is gonna be a little bit more better.
Do you? They said we were just reading something before we jumped on here, and it said they got big plans for Penta going into WrestleMania, and I suggested him versus Braun Breaker for the Intercontinental Belt. I think
they teased that the other night.
Yeah, I saw that, and I think when I saw it, I was like, I could definitely see a big event feel for this one.
Mm-hmm. Not only that, I feel like it'd be a good match.
Did he do an F5 from the second rope?
You do a what?
An F5 from the second rope.
Did he really?
Yes.
See, this is my problem.
Jesus
What
Christ.
the fuck? They botched that.
Every AEW match should not turn around and feel like it's a pay-per-view style match.
Agreed.
He does the style.
Yeah, it bugs me, bro, because it's like, why?
I think every luchador they sign is the next Rey. They think that, because they're trying to build the next one. They want everybody to know, like, yeah, guess what? He was made here. But I think what they needed was like Rey. Rey didn't build his reputation in WWE. He built it everywhere else, and that's why they signed him. And then when they realized his reputation preceded him, and I think that's what is happening with Penta. That's the only reason I think Penta has the potential to be the next Rey.
Every time he comes on camera, he gets a pop.
Well, he gets a pop. You like the look. The mask sells. Kids are going to get behind that kind of stuff. Zero miedo, all that zero fear shit. Everybody's going to like that. But like I said, if he slows down, he works. He learns the correct way. He gets like Rey, because Rey works perfect. It's a
Yeah.
perfect WWE style. If he gets like that, then I can see him lasting there just as long as Ray.
Yeah,
I really could.
I think
And-
for
And by the way, I'm sure we're noticing the face getting beaten down with
Yeah.
the match.
Yeah. Like I said, after every match, if you're watching, they beat the shit out of these guys and leave them laying. And
Yeah.
here comes Kenny Omega
yeah,
with a steel chair.
I wouldn't be surprised if
All
they
right.
do Penta versus Andrade at that Backlash in Mexico.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
can
wouldn't
see
be
something like
surprised
that.
if they did that.
Can we just take a second to just kind of like throw Brian Cage under the bus there, while he just completely waited for Kenny Omega to hit his tag team partner with a steel chair? I just stared at him and watched him do it.
Okay, so here's something that was funny. I think it was probably watching Raw when Naomi and Bianca lost to Liv and Raquel. I don't know if you noticed, but Bianca was doing. She could have realistically let's just take it, because the problem is today I was watching a movie with my lady and I was just like, "You ever seen the movie Trap?"
No.
No.
Okay, there was a scene where a dude knocks a chick down the steps because he's trying to create a distraction, trying to find ways to get out of the building because he's a murderer or whatever. And I was like, the dude walking up the stairs should have saw him knock the girl over, and I was just like, he didn't see that walking up the steps. I was like, this is bullshit. So for my thing was the camera angle was so bad that instead of her like crawling to go around, even though she knew they were gonna lose, I was like, yo, you could have broke up the count, bro. Why do I see you on camera crawling around? So then afterwards we're like, oh man, this is so
Wow.
bad that we lost.
Kenny Omega comes out to make the save only to get his ass kicked.
His ass kicked too. Yeah. I love how two guys, for the most part, are able to fend off four all the time.
I don't understand it. And they are just leaving them laying. Is somebody supposed to come out to help them?
Nope. Why?
Because I read somewhere, I don't know where, it was one of those, whether it was WrestleZone or some shit like that. I got to cite the sources now. That they were going to do that empty arena shit where they fight.
Oh, Anarchy in the arena?
Yeah, that's what I know.
Jesus.
Maybe they might be getting help on the big show on the 15th.
From who? Who would you think?
Knowing AEW, the Young Bucks.
I was going to say.
If not, Callis almost bust his ass. If not the Young Bucks, if his ankles are healthy, Kota Ibushi could be somebody.
Really? That's so weird to me. That's like that's so anticlimactic. I mean, at least the Young Bucks have like a fucking history in AEW and a history with Omega and shit.
But technically, Ibushi is signed to AEW.
And Ibushi is the whole Golden Lovers thing.
Oh, yeah, that's right. His boyfriend from Japan.
Can I also just say there's not many guys I'm like, oh, WWE should definitely take a run at this guy. Takeshita is definitely one of those guys.
This Japanese dude?
Yeah. As far as guys that are in the ring that are in this company, he's one of those guys that if it came to it where his contract was up, that's the guy you'd be like, okay, we got to interest him. We'll sign him.
Ibushi is still all jacked up though, right? Ankles and staff and all sorts of shit.
I believe so, Ricky. I think.
Oh, that big thing that he had on his back or his arm or whatever. Ugh.
Now, Kyle Fletcher, where did he come from? I've never heard of that guy in my life.
I think Randy Orton gave birth, impregnated a woman, and you got, English Randy Orton and Kyle Fletcher.
He came from Ref Pro.
All right. Here's my problem. You just got the crap kicked out of you by four guys taking double tombstones, chair shots, everything else, and you're still getting to your knees swinging.
Yeah. Why sell?
Now, if I could, yeah, that's good. If I could be quite honest with you, this AEW Dynamite is the perfect place for this dipshit Ricochet. Like I think AEW is where he belongs. Is that wrong in saying that? I know.
No, I mean he does fit the description of what you would probably be like. Oh, he's better off there. It's crazy because there are probably other guys that you watch that are currently on WWE TV, and you're like, he's got character, he's got something, but I could also see him in AEW. And one of those guys happens to be Carmelo Hayes. However, I would never want him to go to that company.
Yeah, I like Carmelo. He's a pretty good too. Yes. Ibushi says he's not going to last much longer as a wrestler because he's still sick, and he still is. Okay.
Why is Hangman looking for Swerve?
Nearing the end of his career, he admits.
Oh, so he's coming to the end.
Oh, so these two are going to get into it at some point because Hangman is slowly turning babyface.
This guy, I am so disappointed in this guy. You want to talk about like one of those like flame out careers type deals where he was like on fire and he was talking about a bidding war of 2024, and here we are in 25, and he's in the forgetful year of 25.
Whoa, wait a minute, Tony, hold on. Look at that blazer. What is that, velvet?
Coming to America.
I'm sorry, I had to get that in there.
He got a spray tan.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? If you go back, you can find it online. Ricky Starks cut a promo on him in the ring about 2 years ago that nailed him like perfect. Like he's literally the same promo every single time with every single guy. Yeah. Low hanging fruit that doesn't have anything new.
I don't think he was ever that guy. Guy was always hitting low hanging fruit. Jesus Christ. Ricky Richards on the same exact page as Greco right now.
I always liked Ricky Richards. Always was a fan.
Ricky, it's good to have you in the chat. You better come on more often. Every Monday, 10:30 a.m. on your dial. He's coming to hang out.
Here's the thing. He's not – MJF is not bad.
Yeah.
But now looking back at it, from all of the work that you've seen him do, maybe he's just not the guy for WWE because that's not something they will want to have on a week-to-week basis.
I miss you, boy. Goddamn right, boy. We miss you too.
Agreed. And it's the kind of thing of when you see him every week, you're just kind of now like,
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like I said, 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, he's talking about the bidding war and everybody's gonna go nuts for this fucking guy, and he's gonna. WWE didn't even seem to give a shit. Like it was like one of those things where I don't think really he's like. I think WWE would take him probably. But he would be so nerfed in WWE with what he could say and do. Like they would take a lot of that like stuff out of his mouth. They'd be like, you can't say dumb Jew and stuff like that on programming, you know? So it's like, I think he would have, I don't know. I think he'd like to stay here because there's more freedom. He can say shit. He can do whatever the fuck he wants here. You're going to get that freedom in WWE.
No, I also feel that, especially because Vince was still there, if Triple H is in charge 3 years ago, I think we have a very different landscape. Because honestly, I don't think a guy like Jay White goes to AEW.
Okay.
Like I think he's been the big he's probably the one guy that I think was a big mistake to go to AEW.
Jay White.
I see what you're saying, but I'm also going to think of it on the flip side. After touring Japan as much as he did, working as many shows as much as he did out of the month, maybe taking the AEW route where you possibly only going to work maybe once or twice a week is better for the body. So there's that too.
But also, the WWE schedule is so different now.
It is
true.
Now you're getting those days off. Now, like Orton talked about it. I think he was on one of the podcasts. I don't remember which one. Might have been the Van Vliet one, where he's literally like they have an employee app where you can go on it and request a day off.
Crazy.
You know, where it was never like that before. Like you had to be terrified to ask for time to rest your body.
Because Vince was in there eating his turkey sandwich, saying no to everything.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, what?
Yeah.
Day off? I've never taken a day off, you son of a bitch. Now they go to Triple H. Triple H is like, yeah, take all the time you need, man.
Yeah, that's what you got to do.
You just got to do. Don't worry. This is Moneyball. We'll just bring up somebody.
Greco, because you might know, didn't the Outrunners have a female valet?
I thought when they first came in they did, but I don't think that lasted very long.
Who the hell are the Outrunners?
I may have.
Those are like
now,
the
this
80s
is
guys.
Now this is a guy I've always been a fan of, and I want him to come to WWE. And that's I think if Big Cass comes back, I think he'd have a good run back in WWE. By the way, I do agree with that. I think he would because he's now off.
Oh, look, There goes the Outrunners.
But I would love to see this guy in WWE, Powerhouse Hobbs.
Agreed. Again, when I said before, a handful of guys, Hobbs is definitely one of them.
Yeah. I used to call him Calvin and Hobbs. It's easier to remember.
I was at Grand Slam when he almost broke his neck against Punk.
Oh, Jesus. Eventually, he will get WWE. I feel like Warlow is probably the next to go.
Yeah.
Right?
That's somebody who hasn't been on TV in forever.
Yep.
Yeah, same thing with Ricky Starks, right?
Well, Ricky Starks is having all kinds of issues. Ricky Starks keeps openly saying that they're not letting him on TV.
I hate it here. It sucks. They won't put me on TV. Here comes this guy. Audio Castagnoli, huh? Look at this guy. Malik, let me ask you a question. Would you think in 2025 you'd be watching Jeff Jarrett come out and fight live on TV right now?
No.
TBS.
Oh.
I never would have. You would have told me that horse. I'm like, I'm not backing that horse. You're nuts. I'll say this though. I'll say this about Jarrett. He's still in great shape for what it is.
Yeah.
He's in even better shape than he ever was.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, first of all, I never realized how young he was. I thought this guy was in his 60s.
Jarrett's what, early 50s, right?
Yeah, I think
I want to say mid
54.
50s.
I thought it was a little older.
So we got the Google machine for right here.
Miss Producer?
Baby, can you check to see how old Jeff Jarrett is, please, and thank you?
I thought he was like 55, 56.
I got
57.
Oh, look at that.
57. Oh, that's not too bad.
Double F, J A, double R, double T.
Ain't I great?
I can just hear Navon say that shit.
Oh, yeah, he loves that guy. Yeah.
And here's my thing with this whole storyline. If the payoff is Jeff Jarrett getting a title shot at I don't want to say a random pay-per-view because they don't do as many, but not at All In or a Double or Nothing or something like that, I'm all for it. But you're not going to get the payoff and the send-off that you think that John Cena is going to get.
I think that's what it is. I think he thinks he's going to get like this beautiful thing because he's put a lot of time in, but he just doesn't have. I said this to Malik. To me, he will always be like a mid-carder. He won't be like, to me, I don't. When you say Jeff Jarrett, I don't think a guy deserving of a farewell tour. I see a guy who has like a run and then has like a shit like somebody beats him and he disappears. That's my opinion.
You sound like someone I mentioned last week. Me and Malik could argue about it after the show. I forget what his name is. He's on the show now. He's the learning tree or something. I forget what they call him these days.
Jericho? Okay, so here's the thing. I'm not going to argue with you about Jericho. I will continue to remember the better memories of Chris Jericho. This whole learning tree gimmick. His first 2, I'll be fair to even say 3 years of Chris Jericho, I enjoyed. After that, here in AEW, I'm just like, it's just there.
After Inner Circle, it kind of just plummeted.
Like, for me, I'm just like, you don't need to be a faction. You could actually be by yourself. You always great then that way.
I also think that
I don't know why they keep people Jericho.
I think they're trying to give Jarrett like that, even that Sting send off, and I don't even think it's going to be as anything like that.
That's what we spoke like once again. I hate to keep going back to what things were said on Monday, but yeah, Cena and Sting up here, Jarrett below them.
Yeah.
Not below them, below them. So yeah. That's where I am with that.
This is one of the things that I said was he's been a career heel. It's hard to root for him with this farewell tour. Like, you've been so used to not liking him. You've been so used to booing him out of the building. Like, you could literally count on one hand how many times he had an attempt at a babyface run. It always goes south. He always turns back to being a bad guy. He's a career bad guy. So to me, a farewell tour, You're
Oh,
not
here he
not
comes.
Ric Flair, dude. Come on.
Wheeler useless.
That's a good one. I like that. Well, that's like I said, Jeff Jarrett's in great shape. Jesus Christ. Speaking of bums, fucking Anthony
It-
Davis.
It's bothering me because I can't tell if Wheeler Yuta is either Japanese wrestler or white wrestler. It's just confusing right now. Sorry, you can't tell what he's trying to be for the day.
Grace says that's what our son is going to look like. So
I like Yuta.
That's disrespectful to yourselves.
That's
Like,
fun.
come on, don't say that.
God punish me, my thing fell down.
Don't say that.
Still strutting. Look at him. I'm the king of the mountain. Well, right now, your boy fucking Nirvana is snapping right now. He get him, Jeff. Get him. Isn't he? Fucking sick bastard.
Oh, you're in picture right now?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm on Max watching it, so I rather watch the commercials than be in picture. I hate picture in picture. I just do.
Oh, wait. So if you watch it on Max, it just goes to commercial?
Yeah. Because then at the end of the night, I think they re-edit it. By the next day, you'll see it the way it's supposed to be.
Oh. That's cool that you get to see it live on. Wheeler Yuta looks like he'd be a curtain jerking indeed.
India, yo.
24-hour.
I feel like a Slugger reference is coming on, but I'll leave that alone.
Brother, my back.
My back is out. Slugger slam.
My back.
Once he said NDIW, I was like, I know where he's going with this.
If they edit it for HBO Max, they put this shit in it, or they take the commercials completely out.
The commercials are taken out.
Commercial out, yeah.
Listen, I just don't get it with AEW. Like I said, they have talent here. Like they have talent. These guys aren't terrible.
But okay, so this is what I was talking about. Like we said before, we keep going back to all this stuff. There's right now 6 different storylines with the world title, and none of them make sense. Like
I keep hearing from all the Mark sites that it's just lack of leadership. Tony Khan is a shitty leader. He's not a good leader of men.
Well, I'm sure listen, from what everybody says, he's a really nice guy. And I'm sure that all these guys have jobs now that probably wouldn't have had a job, especially during like COVID and stuff like that. So as a person, I'm sure he's great. But at some point, you have to sit there and say, like, all right, like you got to let somebody else write this or book this.
Yeah, it's because you're not working. It's not working for him.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, what does nice really do? Like, everybody, you can't like Bobby Lashley said, you can't make everybody champion. Everybody can't win. So you got to figure out a proper structure for how things are supposed to go. Just,
Triple H,
and
is the best thing. If you're too nice, you ain't making money.
I'm glad you mentioned I'm glad you said Triple H's name. Rumor and innuendo as this is supposed to be breaking news. Triple H is supposed to headline the 2025 WWE Hall of Fame.
I'm okay with that. You okay with that? I'm fine with that.
So he'll be also another one on the 2-time. Oh yeah, absolutely. He's earned it.
Yeah, hell yeah. 100%. I think he was trying to do that Vince McMahon thing where he's like, I don't want to go in. I don't want to go in. I don't want to make it about me. But it's like,
well, they had already put him in, so it was that was that.
Yeah.
And then also my brain's going, who else do you have that could headline? You know?
I would have thought it would have been maybe Rock.
I was thinking Cena at one point.
Yeah.
I was like, nah,
Cena,
he's not going to do the wrestling while he's in the Hall of Fame thing. Rey Mysterio's currently doing that.
Yeah, but he was going to stop at Mania. Mania was his last match, so going to the Hall of Fame.
No, Cena's not stopping at Mania.
Cena wrestles until like basically this whole year.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, really?
It's his
That's
last
why,
WrestleMania, but not his last match.
Correct.
Okay.
That's why I'm thinking like, all right, he's going to do some live shows. I forgot how many dates it is that he has. So,
So I think I saw he's signed to do 23 appearances.
How many has he made already?
But
one.
This year, yeah, he's only made one. Well, so they said that something happened with one of his movies that he had to go do like a reshoot or something, and that's why he hasn't been able to be there the last couple of weeks.
Oh, okay. All right.
But going into Rumble, listen, we all know Cena's there. So it's not like you need him on TV to sell, you're not selling pay-per-view buys anymore.
And quite frankly, if I could be quite honest with you, the promos they have been doing every Raw so far to go into the Rumble is I would have rather watched those than any like rehatch of the Cena promo. Like, oh, it's good to be here and all that other shit. I'm happy because like to me, and Malik said this. This Rumble has such a buzz behind it. It reminds us of the 1992 one with Flair. Like this is the first time that you want the focal point is the Rumble. It's not the title match. It's not anything else. It's that fucking Rumble match finally. And again, it's credit to Triple H, who has literally sent guys out there to cut great promos promoting the Rumble and wanting to be in the Rumble to win the Rumble to become champion. That's the most stacked Royal Rumble I've seen, to where you don't really need that many nostalgia acts. I mean, maybe 1, 2 tops, but you don't really need them because you got so much talent in that fucking Rumble that's enough. That's enough. You don't need anything else.
I failed to make mention of this on Monday. I don't think I did. But what if Big E is a mystery entrant into the Rumble? And he obviously goes after Kofi and Woods.
But that's cool. That's not nostalgia, because that'd be nice to see Big E back in the ring. I don't know if he's back full time, but to see him do some shit like that, cool. But like you got Seth, Roman, John Cena, CM Punk,
Drew McIntyre,
Sami Zayn's got something going into that, like a nice little storyline pumping into it. Will he help Kevin Owens?
You still have, right. You have
the struggle for this sharpshooter.
Jacob.
How many fucking finishes Jeff Jarrett gonna steal from people? He took the fucking figure 4, now he's stealing the sharpshooter. What's wrong with this guy?
Listen, he stole the strut, and that's not even from Flair.
Also, I want to give credit to AEW.
He stole his punches from Lawler. Like you keep going.
Cody promo from
Here he comes, John Moxley.
You see him just lurking in the background.
That's what I'm saying. Jeff Jarrett ain't going to get a shot at the title. What is that?
Oh, double arm DDT drilled him.
So I just read some news that Japan united all the top Japanese wrestling feds in Japan, and they're going to call it the United Japan Pro Wrestling something.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So does that mean they're still going to be working with AEW or no?
I think so, maybe. Who knows?
If Jeff Jarrett
we gotta keep the theme of Forbidden Door going, even there's no Forbidden Door.
Hey, figure 5. I don't know if you're watching this debacle along with us, but right now we're up to Moxley versus Claudio versus Jarrett. Claudio just won. This is another thing. Like he's trying to do this farewell retirement thing, and he keeps losing. He keeps getting embarrassed by these.
He's definitely winning the title.
Talk about a human being I never want to run into a Target or a Walmart, wherever it was that I went to, ever again. Marina Shafir.
Well, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Why is the title in a briefcase?
I still can't answer that, and they can't explain it.
Now, I have the TV pretty low, but I can see from the TV, even being low, that there is not a single reaction to what's going on. Nobody gives a single fuck.
Nobody cares.
Jesus Christ, man.
Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm having a problem.
I've been in business mad long, bro. Come on.
Oh, I got some cauliflower ears in there.
It's all right. Hey, listen, you got to hang out with family. Figure like somebody do. Hey, same time. What's good, bud?
Is MJF going to come out now to chastise Jarrett? Yeah, you know.
Curious how the New Japan, AEW, and WWE Noah partnerships will be affected by that deal. That's a good point, Ricky. Will those deals be affected? Do you get more like talent coming through? Like, can you make deals with those talent? Here, you're right, Malik. He's coming out now. MJF, he's coming out now. I just saw that stupid plaid fucking thing. Yeah,
oh no, I see it. I'm just like, it's the obvious.
Yeah.
Is he gonna insult his grandmother, his dead grandmother, and dead dog or something? Like,
I'm gonna beat you and embarrass you and then fuck your wife. I'm out of here. Like he said last Wednesday and the Wednesday before that.
I was gonna say something, but I'd rather
not. No, whoa.
No, you started, so you gotta finish.
No, you can't. Whoa. No. Say it. Out with it.
JF looks like one of those gay guys that he just walks into the club and he's just like,
Oh, see, I wasn't. See, now I regret it. Now I regret it. Sorry, I even said
There
anything.
it is, he just attacked him. He just attacked Jarrett. He punched Jarrett with the ring. And now he turns around to the ring announcer and goes, "Martini." Oh my god. Here you go. Just for you, MJF.
You fucking mark!
What's he saying, Malik? I don't have the audio on. I should have put closed captions on, I guess. That would have been the smart play, right? To read along with it at least to see what he's saying. I mean, I really don't give a shit.
he's probably saying how, he's washed up.
Then don't watch it. Nobody's allowed to say that to me. No more.
What happened?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Say it. Go ahead.
No, I literally caught myself about to be like Brandon again because it's like, I mean, you're not dissing it entirely, but like when you are, it's still like you committed to watching it.
I'm watching
So
it with
you
an
don't
open
get
mind.
to-
But listen, if WWE was this silly, I would say the same things.
All right, I'm gonna play a little game here. How about everybody state 3 positives about AEW? Go. Greco, since you're back, you.
Yeah, Greco, you first.
Sorry about that. Three positives.
3 positives.
They have very nice ring.
The struggle is real.
I'll say one nice thing.
All seriously, they have great athletes.
Yes, I'll say one nice thing. They have great looking titles. Like their championship belts are really nice. Like I will say,
Okay, so both of you have said one so far.
Yeah.
I'll say the Hurt Business.
Okay. 2, I will say in terms of wrestlers, I enjoy the work of it's odd, but Powerhouse Hobbs. 1, it's on now. 2, I get to watch you 3 guys. I don't know. Dude, I'm telling you, AEW is bad. So you can watch AEW if you want, but I wouldn't. Or just listen to us. Listen to us talk about it. Funny is
talking about it.
I know. What's funny is you can go on any current live stream of AEW, any watch party that's going on right now. There's a few, and this be the same exact shit you'll be hearing on every one because all of them think the same thing we are. Like this makes no sense.
I gotta disagree. There are some people who are diehards for the company, who will go for it through and through. I sat down and I went to the Grand Slam show that they had at Arthur Ashe. 1, not a building that I'm a fan of. 2, my boy and I, we sat there and I was just like, by the way, I fell asleep for the last hour.
Sorry about that.
Last
Have
hour
some
and a half
connection issues, my
of
apologies.
AEW Grand. That was the first time I fell asleep on a wrestling show ever.
That's funny.
Like, you guys have seen me fall asleep at Tony's while watching the Royal Rumble and still knowing what was going to happen.
Yeah.
But I was just like, yo, what is it that you guys enjoy that I'm not having that same feeling?
That's what confuses me. If you get sitting here and telling me there's actual diehards for this shit, and the only reason I won't say you're absolutely crazy is because I've seen some of these messages in those like Facebook groups and shit like that. Where they're like, Triple H sucks, and maybe they're like, what are you talking? Like, there's such a disconnect between an AEW fan and a WWE fan. It seems it's almost to me like, because WCW wasn't like this. At least I never met a person who walked over to me and was like, WCW is 10 times better. No one has ever, like, I've never met someone who said that to me. But people,
I'm sorry to cut you off. I know that old people, obviously, like within their 50s and 60s, when I was a teenager, were bigger fans of WCW because they didn't care so much about when WWE turned as vulgar as it did during the Attitude Era. So I saw a difference there during that time. Today, I'm just sitting here like, you like seeing crazy spots and high spots. I feel like you get that a lot on NXT. So, NXT can go neck and neck with AEW without a problem.
I saw crazy enough people actually defending AEW the other day, saying they don't want to hear nothing about high spots no more after JD McDonough doing a moonsault and getting hurt.
But that can happen to anybody.
Exactly.
Do that move.
He didn't. He didn't do a. He didn't do a 630 into a shooting star RKO. He literally just did an Asahi moonsault. Exactly.
Just hit a $700,000 table that is solid like a brick wall.
It's the same move everybody has seen him do.
Yeah.
The difference is he crashed backwards into the table.
I think that for both fan bases are out of hand right now. I think there's for sure a generational disconnect between us and the fans. And I 100% agree.
Agree
100% with that. Yeah. What's up? Your mic is good. You can just pull it down and talk. What's up?
I was just gonna say, you don't think it's probably because they want to be like the cool kids and everyone likes WWE, so they want to like AEW?
I'm sure
there's definitely that too.
Yeah, I'm sure 100% there's some of that.
Agreed, but where I say it's different is, listen, I was the guy, and Tony absolutely despised me for this. I was the guy going to every ROH show from 07 to 2010, and I was running with that ROH flag and shooting it left and right. But at no point was I ever like, oh, this is 20 times better than WWE. No, it was just it was an alternative. It was different.
And one of the things that used to annoy me was the fact that people will say during the time, there's no wrestling. And it was like, yo, there were choices. There have always been choices. It's up to you. You want to go to shows? You can do it. You want to turn around and not watch WWE? There was still TNA. There was still Ring of Honor. You could get around to watching these shows. Now there's so much wrestling that there are times where I just want to be like, I don't think I need to watch anything today because social media is going to tell me everything I need to know.
That's 100% true. Shane says here, I gave up on the big shows after the war and completely gave up when ECW died its final breath. Listen, ECW, well, you like that little jacket that he's got on? Looks like a little fancy boy, doesn't he? Ricochet's a real dandy. Real fancy boy. He's fighting AR Fox. I have a funny story about AR Fox. One time we were working, that's Ricochet. We were working a Full Impact Pro show here in Newburgh. We were setting up the ring, and DeVito was in the ring, and he was just like working out or whatever. And AR Fox walked in, and he goes, the show doesn't start yet. You got to go outside and buy a ticket. And AR Fox was like, I'm a wrestler. And I just like, I just like looked at DeVito and I go, boy, you don't even know what's what anymore, do you? And he goes, wow. Look, he's so skinny. I didn't know. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Wow.
What is, he looks exactly the same today.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he looks great.
Yeah.
He's kept in the same shape. I'm surprised that they're using him on TV. I know that he was very disappointed when he wasn't used in the first or rather the AEW All In, I should say. The first AEW All In over in London, because he was supposed to be part of the Sting Darby Swerve tag team casket match, and instead they removed him and put in Christian. And then before you knew it, you didn't see AR Fox on TV anymore.
Oh wow.
So, Tony Khan looks into his bag of toys and said, hey, let me use this one now. You could take some L's.
Yeah, for real.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you this is where AEW frustrates me, right? So they just showed the graphic that next week we're gonna get Swerve versus Ricochet. Something now you've built up for the last month that has potential that people are gonna say, oh, I want to see this match. Like this will probably be pretty good. Let's not do it at a pay-per-view coming up in Australia. Let's not save it for Revolution or something like that. No, let's do it on a random Wednesday.
Here's my favorite part, Greco. The Australia show is not a pay-per-view. This is a televised event that is taking place on TNT. It replaces Collision, if you're really paying attention.
Wow. Yeah, what you want to say?
It's not a Dynamite and it's not a Collision. It's Grand Slam.
Wow, that's it? I did it worst. What'd you say?
Are you okay,
I thought that was kind of like spoiling the results.
No, well, no, you mean like who's gonna win? No,
like who he's facing next, because that has nothing to do with.
That's nothing to do with this. Yeah, he's just fighting this guy because this guy fought Swerve last week too.
But by the way, Greco, to be very fair, we didn't see Kenny Omega for 13 months, right? In the ring. Shouldn't he and Chris Jericho get their AEW World Tag Team title shot? Or did I forget something? Remember, If they lost to the Young Bucks, they could no longer team up together again. Who's to say they can't team up right now?
That's true.
Imagine being that annoying wrestling fan that remembers everything. Like, wasn't it supposed to be the New Day against Rey Mysterio and the mystery tag team partner that was supposed to happen on the debut of Netflix?
It was probably supposed to be Big E.
I'm supposed to play dumb and ignore that? Nah, bro.
I gotta say though,
bro. I'm gonna start being that fan from now on.
I have to say, I love what they did with the New Day. Like, it was getting so stale, and they just switched it, and now this whole New Day sucks thing, and like the Xavier Woods' parents at the New Day sucks shirts.
Here's the thing: I don't believe they were top merch sellers anymore. So it was time to move on and do something different.
Yeah, it's just I think the gimmick had finally run its course. I mean, listen, they had quite a run if you think about it. But good. And what a listen, I don't know who came up with the fucking idea, but the brilliance to turn on Big E and turn them both heel. Because what I noticed was there was a lot of speculation. Who's going to turn? They're going to turn Kofi.
Oh my God!
Xavier, right, and then to see them both turn on Big E, brilliant fucking move.
And they turned on Big E without physically touching him.
That's what I'm saying. It was brilliant.
Like, you belittled him and made him look like so much less of a man by just saying, like, hey, you can't wrestle anymore.
John Cena came back from this. When he said that, I was like, holy shit, dude. It really
I gotta say, what Ricochet just did right now, pretending that he was gonna dive out to disappoint everybody, smart heel heat.
That's good. Well, that's good.
Disappoint everybody. I feel like I can't say WWE was willing to make Ricochet heel.
Yeah,
it was basically he I think found something by accident by turning heel, in the sense of people are gonna talk all types of smack to him on the internet. Let's just go with this.
But I also think the best things are the things that happen organically, and he went heel organically. It wasn't forced. It wasn't like, we got to turn you heel, man, because nobody likes you. It just happened, because sometimes that shit happens. It's like happened with Hogan. People booed Hogan in '95, right? He turned him heel in '96. It just transitions perfectly into a heel gimmick. With this, he does some shit with Swerve. It works. People start to boom, and he's like, instead of trying to fight it and play the face, just go with it and become a heel now and embrace it. And I think this is the kind of shit he needs. He needs to do more of this. Now, his promos, they say, suck. I don't really know because it's muted. I didn't hear what he said. But the only way to get better is to do it, right? So by heel, he's going to talk more. He's going to talk more shit, right? He's going to come a little bit more arrogance is going to come out, which is probably there. It's always been there, right? But you got to hide it under a bunch of babyface bullshit. So maybe this is what he needed. He needs to come out of his shell and become more entertaining on the personality side of things. So the heel might help him.
Here's something that's crazy to think about. 25 years ago, we watched WCW get revamped by Eric Bischoff and Vince Russo. Yeah. All the while, WWE was trying to do major things where they just went 3 pay-per-views straight with not putting Mick Foley over, which still is one of those things that's mind-boggling. All right, fine. He lost at the Royal Rumble. I was fine with that. That's probably still one of Triple H's big standout performances, as well as Mick Foley's when he was Cactus Jack. The next month,
in the Garden, right?
The next month we go and we do No Way Out, and people probably thought he was going to win, but this is also at a period in time where the WWE title was like getting handed around in a sense. Yeah. Triple H won the title like 3 or 4 times within the span of like 8 months, which was crazy.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember even back then too saying, why does the belt keep changing hands? Like you noticed that. You picked up on that shit. It's funny because a lot of people tend to complain when you have like a long-standing champion. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, I'm so annoyed by Roman Reigns, or I'm so annoyed of like a Hogan or whatever, and they held the belt for a while. But it's like, yeah, but it was compelling TV to watch all these baby faces try to dethrone this guy, and he just keeps fucking winning. And for the first time in your life, you're like, God damn, the bad guy is winning all the time. And it just made you watch more. Because see it.
I'm going to give you a great example of exactly what you just said, and it's the perfect guy, and it has nothing to do with wrestling. Floyd Mayweather.
Yes.
Every he's boring. He sucks. His fights are awful. But yet every month they're tuning in. They're spending that $60, $70, $80 to watch Canelo, to watch De La Hoya, to watch all these guys one by one get served up.
Yeah.
Now let's still remain back in 25 years ago, even though this match is still going on. On the other channel, when you're watching Nitro or Thunder, they had the title going from Sid to Benoit leaving the company, back to Sid getting stripped of the championship, to putting it on Jarrett, to putting it on DDP, to putting it on David Arquette, to putting it on to putting it on Jarrett, to putting it on Booker T, to putting it on Kevin Nash. It was a hot potato with the world title in
Scott Steiner in
WCW.
there a few times.
Scott Steiner, Kevin Nash. I could keep going.
That's the kind of knowledge that you can find on Instagram's I Love Wrestling history, by the way. Go on, man.
Thank you for the plug. I need those likes. Okay? I need those likes. I need these videos and your algae rhythm. Okay?
Well, you know, Scott Steiner had a 33 and a third chance of winning. You know what I'm saying?
Here's another thing that is, I guess, a rumor or breaking news. Is Logan Paul really going to box against Jake Paul in March?
March
Is that a real
27th.
thing? That's a real thing?
Yeah.
A month before Mania? That's a little wild.
Oh, come on. It's not a real fight. Who cares?
Was that rumor?
I ain't watching that.
Yeah.
Shit.
Was that rumor true that he was going to hold them up for $25 million because he was going to go fight McGregor or some shit? That wasn't true, right?
I've never heard anything about that. That's the first.
I saw it a few times. Said that he was holding up. Like, I don't say holding up, but he told Tony Khan.
Listen, if he fights McGregor, bro, I feel like he's gonna get knocked the fuck out.
McGregor?
Yeah. No.
You think McGregor would beat Logan Paul?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. You guys do too.
And I can't stand Conor McGregor, and I think he would beat Logan Paul. Yes, Jake Paul. I don't think he would beat.
Okay.
Jake Paul for shit.
I think Logan Paul should.
And
I think he should just stick to the WWE.
Jake Paul ain't shit. Jake Paul ain't even fighting nobody that fucking actually means something in the boxing game.
Well, he did fight Mike Tyson.
Sure, he defeated Iron Mike. He defeated the baddest man on the planet.
In his prime, he would have knocked Jake the fuck out.
If this was 15 years ago, Tyson probably would have knocked him out.
I had a broken back. Okay? Logan Paul just won because I had a broken back.
I don't think Logan Paul would. First of all, if Logan Paul would ask WWE for $25 million, and Nick Khan would be like, "Yeah, we need you that bad."
$250 million.
Yeah,
what the hell was that?
No chance.
What happened?
No chance in hell.
I don't know, but AR Fox is doing some video game maneuvers. I was just like, yo, I never saw that. It was creative. He grabbed him by both his arms, flipped him forward, walked forward, pulling his arms up, pulled him into a cutter, then hit a 450.
Wow, Jesus, what the fuck?
It was a bit innovative because it was different. It's not something you see all the time.
You're a little ahead of me, and I'm seeing it right now. Yeah, it's definitely some video game shit. It's impressive though.
I really believe that the YouTube should have a feature where if you pick Watch Party, you can like put this on with it so people can watch along with this craziness and see what the fuck we're talking about. You're not watching this shit, and you hear 450 into this, and you're like, what?
Roman Reigns and technically Paul Heyman because he's all the way down at the bottom of the screen. The cover photo of the upcoming WWE 2K25. You know, we had Roman Reigns on the cover before with Becky Lynch.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's earned the spot for the cover.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm glad you brought that up. I know we shouldn't just continue to talk about WWE, but let's talk about the one that's better. Paul Heyman, when he came out, did anybody else notice?
The breathing?
Thank you. Okay, I'm not the only one.
The breathing? Because I was just like, Roman, I was just like, you got asthma, bro? What's going on?
Fucking hey, he was snorting around like Bebop. I thought he was a ninja, a fucking warthog.
It's over.
I do want to say on the cover, I love how it's Roman, and then right at the very bottom, if you look, Heyman's right there like this. I thought that was incredible.
It's great.
Go ahead, what's up, baby?
Next time anyone has breaking news, I have this little thing.
My bad. See?
Look at that.
I'll make it better, but
You
that
gotta
was-
get a noise that goes breaking news.
Uh-oh.
Swerve.
I think I'm probably a little ahead of you, but he's got the golden scissors.
All right. Well, Swerve. just
Here's the
came-
thing. When I was watching it, because I had put it on the... What the hell?
Oh Jesus. What the fuck?
I don't know. Never trust a man in leather pants.
The best part of Swerve is fucking Prince and Anna. I'm not gonna lie to you.
But that's...
Guys,
you know something?
guys,
When he initially started doing the dance, I was like, I don't think anybody noticed how funny this looks. And then everybody caught along and they started doing it.
Yeah. Oh, well, look at this.
My
I'll
favorite
kill him.
my favorite is watching rhythmless white people do it because
Yeah.
it's what makes me laugh.
Wow.
Wait a minute. What?
it-
What? Yeah. Are you serious?
That is fucking hilarious.
Why doesn't somebody call the police on Ricochet?
I know, dude. That was probably someone. I'll kill this dude.
Is he
He's holding him hostage with scissors.
Yeah, he let him go. He finally lets him go. And now he's holding scissors up to fucking.
Why wasn't the police called on Swerve for breaking into Hangman's house?
and
you know what I
setting it
feel-
on fire.
Yeah, you know what I feel like this is. I feel like they photoshopped the gun out of his hands and put a pair of scissors. Hey, that's what it is. It's like we can't show that on this TV, on this program.
All right, I'm not gonna lie. This scissor thing is actually really funny.
I just like, why is he so afraid of scissors? Hey, look, my wife is doing the dance. She's doing the Swerve dance over here. He's like this, holding the scissors like this. You come closer. I cut those dreads off.
Why is Nana behind him dancing angry?
Oh,
Persona's like this.
oh my god!
Oh,
So I'm
everybody's
guessing
like,
what I'm guessing in true AEW fashion.
And now
is they're
Taz
gonna
is
do
doing
this-
the dance.
Is they're going to do this match next week, and something will happen, and it'll lead to some kind of death match with Swerve, because that's what Swerve
100%.
does now. He's
Yeah.
the death
We don't-
match
that's,
thing,
the,
I
thing-
guess.
that's the stuff we don't need. We don't need more death matches.
yeah.
And here's something that's weird. I'm married to you, so let me interview you.
What do you think? I'm gonna take it easy on you? Get out of my face, bitch. I put a baby in you. I could say that. Then he turns around. He cuts his shitty promo.
Yo, do you
No,
guys ever think that
27, let me know.
Taz and Tony Schiavone just sit there like, what the fuck are we watching?
No, Tony Schiavone's all for it. Taz is probably the one like, oh my god.
Yeah. I think Taz is like, when does
Not
my
sure.
contract end?
The what? Was he? Well, he's probably trying to intimidate her. I'm assuming he's cutting like a promo where he's like, "Fuck this place. I'm the king, and nobody can beat me. I've beaten everybody. I'm the guy."
Do you think Moxley goes back to WWE after his contract expires here?
No.
No,
No, right?
no. I think he likes. Again, there's certain guys that are bred for these kind of places because they can live off their creative freedom,
Right.
and he needs creative freedom. Because when they put him in a box when he was on WWE as Dean Ambrose, it wasn't good. You could tell he didn't want to do it. He
Yeah.
wasn't really a fan. But this is him. He gets to be him. He gets to do what he wants,
Yeah.
and he lives in
Didn't-
the creative
didn't-
freedom.
Wasn't he doing like a Bane type style gimmick?
This is what this is.
That's what this is,
The
right?
Death Rider.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is.
When he said he wore the mask because of how bad the people smelt.
Oh, that. Oh, I know what you're talking about. When he turned on Rollins after Roman Reigns came out and spoke about having leukemia and all that stuff. Yeah. That's
I always
Leukemia.
the controversial take going around thinking that Roman lied if they needed to break. Why the fuck is Daddy Magic or Mac, whatever this fucking name is, doing a
first of all, AEW never had all their merch that much when I've gone to a show.
yeah.
Now all of a sudden, because people talk about it online, saying they don't have merch, they can't even buy anything. Also, they $50 for a T-shirt. Go fuck yourself.
Word.
$50 for a T-shirt.
Speaking of T-shirts, I am very pleased to announce that my new John Cena merch, mind you, I keep buying shirts and I'm not wearing them all. My new John Cena merch comes in as early as this weekend. The Royal Rumble merch,
Nice.
because So my fear is, and it's what Cheyenne told me. He was like, "What you think? That Cena's not going to go to every town, and you're going to have to buy every shirt?" I was like, "Fuck you, bro.
Yeah.
This is not what I want to do." But
Every
here I
shirt's
am.
gonna- Every shirt's gonna say,
Never give up.
Boston Garden for the last time, Madison
Yeah.
Square Garden for the last time, and it's just where you buy them all. They're
I
smart.
swear, if he does not wrestle in the
Just-
Garden, I'm going to be pissed.
That is
Just
bullshit.
wait 6 months and just pick them up when they're all on clearance.
Here's the problem. I wear first of all, it's not guaranteed for them to be on clearance in my size.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Dude, you know what's funny? Is like when Fanatics took the deal from WWE, they probably were like, there's this guy who orders everything. His name is Malik. I said, you see that? Don't look
Like I said, starting Mondays from now on, I will be wearing merch on the show. So when I'm throwing on my red Yeet glasses and I'm just sitting there talking to you guys, that's it.
Dude, I've gotten so many Macho Man glasses since the ones you left. The yellow ones, the ones you left, they broke. They
Yeah.
broke hard.
That is very depressing to hear.
Yeah, and I was doing the Macho Man shit on a live stream. And this dude sent me two pairs.
Oh,
He
sick.
sent me this one and the
Oh, nice.
the white ones that say Madness on them. They're under the
Uh-huh.
table. They fell when I was cutting a promo. Yeah. I threw them over to my wife to cut a promo, and she didn't know how to do it. So, and then I got these, like the costume ones, the big ass ones.
Like everybody thinks when you buy those Yeet glasses that they have it on it. I'm like, no, you got to buy the proper marker to put to write Yeet on it.
Wow, really? It doesn't say Yeet on it.
No, it does this small, and nobody can see it unless they're standing close to you.
Wow.
Yeah.
So just go get the fucking acrylic markers and write Yeet.
No, yeah, that's
Amen.
That's what. That's,
Amen.
that's what I ordered on Amazon. I ordered all the different ones and just quick little marker on
that's
it.
That's why when me and the guys at work were for our holiday photo, we basically did the War Games look. So,
Oh, by the way,
so
and I know because we didn't really, obviously, we're doing Spot Monkey Radio when the War Games thing on. If they do that shit again this year, where they did this year with that fucking like football style, like Jimmy Uso, no you.
Oh.
Where I will write a strongly worded letter to Triple H myself. Please don't do that again. Oh, that was so dumb.
My biggest issue, I mean, most of them at least match. I can't stand when we get these matches and guys don't have matching gear.
Matching gear, yeah.
well, wait a minute. Jay, I think, did that for the Saudi Arabia show, where he was like Bluso.
Oh, blue stuff, yeah.
Yes, it was like how we had Blue Tista that time. He was Bluso.
I like that gear. To be fair.
Oh, here we go. Chris Jericho's movie debuts on Friday.
Yeah, did you see this?
Oh,
Chris Jericho has a horror movie about wrestling.
Dark Match.
Dark
They're
Match.
showing a preview of it?
Oh no, they're going back to Jericho. New York Minute with Chris Jericho. This is great. Who's the black dude with him? Who is that?
the outlaw. Oh, what was his name?
I almost called him Keith David. That's not his name.
David. Jesus.
Yeah. It's so bad I can't remember.
Is there a reason why they do these, or is it just to get Jericho on the show? Is it just a reason to have Jericho?
Here's
on?
my thing. I don't even know if Jericho appears on Ring of Honor shows.
He's the champion, isn't he?
Correct.
Goodness gracious. I mean, I don't know why Big Cass is with him. Is it because they're hoping that he gets better with, like, maybe they're hoping he, like, learns a little something from Jericho, I guess?
Maybe?
I can't.
I
mean, remember when AEW started and Jericho had, like, fucking Ortiz and Santana, and Guevara.
In a circle?
Whatever.
Yeah. Well, because okay, so you had the tag team, you had the big man and Swagger, and then you had what would be like your mid card title guy with Sammy.
Yeah.
You know, and then slowly but surely they started to break it up, and it got worse and worse and worse.
He's wearing the ROH belt around his waist.
This is a long New York minute. I know that much.
It was like a long 3 minutes. This is a New York 3 minutes. Wow, this is crazy, Chris Jericho. How have the mighty have fallen?
I gotta say though, he still looks young.
He doesn't look bad.
He doesn't look terrible.
No, and he looks.
But
great.
I know he's got to be doing something to his hair because I'm not going crazy. I'm not going crazy.
Why, he was losing his hair?
I felt like he was at one point. Like Cena, however he shows up, like just come through with a different cut or something.
Jay White is.
There
Jay
we
White.
go.
Yeah, here comes the match. Wheeler Yuta versus Jay White.
Useless better lose because Jay White doesn't need to lose this guy.
Well, and again, now so you have Jarrett chasing the title, you have Jay White chasing the title.
Yeah.
You know, you have this thing with Hangman, I guess, turning face, and he's going to be chasing the title. At some point, if Darby doesn't die on Mount Everest, he'll be chasing the title.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think they're trying to build their own version of like a bloodline storyline where everybody wants to take down Moxley the way everybody needed to take down Roman Reigns?
If that's the best way we could put it, quite possibly.
Because that's what I feel like it's setting up, where he's just going to have too much power. No one can stop Moxley, and who's going to do it? They're all going to have to work together. Someone's going to have to make a sacrifice so somebody else can win the championship, like Seth had to do it for Cody and shit like that.
So I think at the end of the day, the guy that should be doing it is Darby.
So Ricky Richards with a dynamite.
Probably got that M's prescription. Yo,
that was good. Why does Wheeler?
I think Darby is ultimately the guy.
Darby Allin? Really?
Yes.
Oh, shit. All right.
Yes.
Here's the thing. Where things really didn't make sense was going to Grand Slam, finding out that Darby was not going to face Danielson for the championship because Danielson was taken out, only for Danielson to wrestle in the opening match up against Nigel McGuinness. So the confusion had already set in, and the interest in the story was no longer there for me. I continue, obviously, to watch the show and watch pay-per-views to just keep up with everything. Who knows? Maybe one day I'm going to be on a podcast. Look at me sitting here bringing up history and facts pertaining to AEW. And still, we got to turn around and see if not some of the same matches, the same stories continuing from months ago.
Okay, yeah. Dude, Wheeler Yuta looks like a shitty anime character. Like, look at him. He looks like the guy who steals the fish from Goku.
This is like if you decided to take Ricky Steamboat, turn him heel, but buy him off Terminal. Like this is rough.
Dude, that's a fact. I don't understand this kid. I just don't. I think if you were going to do a Death Rider shit, you should have maybe put Daniel Garcia. Like a heel Daniel Garcia with the Death Riders might have worked better than Wheeler Yuta.
I like the fact that Garcia's trying to do his own thing, be his own man. So, like, it's what's needed. Them turning heel, and that's the thing. This faction turned heel not once but twice.
Yeah, because it was originally the Blackpool Combat Club, right?
Correct.
Without Bryan Danielson.
And then it just made no sense to be a Blackpool Combat Club because none of them for Blackpool.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that's because Regal was the original leader of it.
Correct. And he was like, "Can I get out of here? Triple H is in control again."
Yeah, it's not completely shit over there no more. I can go back. He's still there now, right? He works there still?
Yeah, he's been on TV involved in the Lexus King, Charlie Dempsey storyline a bit.
Oh, so he's back on with NXT and shit, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
NXT, I watched it yesterday. It wasn't awful. It's just like I said this a couple times, and this might be like minority. So there's too many women matches. It was crazy.
Well, now since we do have a female technically on the show, I want to know her thoughts about your thoughts to that. I'm curious.
She hates women wrestling more than I do.
Huh? Oh, really?
Oh, she hates it more than I do. Go ahead.
I don't think women should be in the sport at all. I think women are in a lot of things that they shouldn't be in. I think girls are trying to be men. I think they're trying to like fit themselves everywhere because they believe that bullshit. Women can do everything. Not doesn't mean they have to.
Thank you, babe. Dynamite drop.
And it's really annoying to like have to like watch them with their ass out just to like they're not. It's not about the
You
sport.
leave Lola Vice and Jada Parker out of this.
It's not about the sport to them. They're like I don't know what they're trying to do. They're trying to be like I'm tough but pretty. It's like, what are you doing? Like,
oh, it's just like I listen.
Also, you leave Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair and Liv Morgan and
Tiffany
Naomi
Stratton.
and Tiffany Stratton out of this. Tiffany Stratton, I'm sorry, she ain't got no cheeks. Sorry to say it that way.
the ones that look like men are fine. Like Rhea, like that. They're in it for the art.
Wait. Are you saying Rhea Ripley looks like a man?
Yes.
Damn.
Sounds like one too. But like
Has she heard Jordan Grace yet?
Oh yeah, no. First of all, she's born a year and a day after I was. Like literally exactly Jordan Grace. I just looked her up because they say that she might be on the Rumble as a vintage thing.
She just got.
Well, that was the other thing. I was gonna say I don't know. I don't think that's breaking news. It's just the obvious.
Yeah, if women should be in the sport, if they're gonna be wrestling, they should look like her.
Like
and there should be no like.
Or Rhea Ripley. Which one?
No, they should look like Jordan Grace. Or Rhea. Like as far as feminine you should go, should be like Rhea.
So you're basically saying, because this is going back to childhood now, and I spoke about it with my girlfriend. I said it was one of my favorite movies watching as a child. Matilda, you remember The Principal? You think they should look like her?
They literally look like that. And Felix just brought up Matilda like a couple days ago. So.
Okay, put you in the chokey. That would be her move.
It's Ricky. I don't know who you are. I know you know them. But like this is literally how I talk all the time. Everything I say is controversial and not expected. I'm not the girl to be like, oh, go girls, just because you're a girl. I don't have to like you because you're a girl. I actually dislike you because you're a girl.
Spicy Dominican take.
She said I dislike you because you're a girl.
So I respectfully somewhat disagree because I don't mind it. Like
I said all men are going to disagree because they like to look at that. They don't want to always look at abs and like all that stuff. That's why the girls are in it looking like they do.
They don't want to look at man meat.
Sometimes they need a break.
We need to see the thickies.
They need to look at something other than their wife, I guess. I don't know.
No, that's not true because I can name women's matches with women that aren't the hottest things in the world and they've had great matches.
Oh, I'm not saying they're bad.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like.
She's saying that there's certain ones that shouldn't.
Because there's some that are clearly in it to be like, look at me, and then there's some that are actually good at it. And a lot of the times I feel like I don't know. I don't really watch. I'm like him. I don't watch when the girls are on.
She tunes out.
But like I feel like the ones who are more man looking
she likes
are better.
But I've said that how many times? The manlier they look, the better the worker.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
you can tell. And like, first of all, it's always the whores that are like hitting softly. Like I'm like, what are you doing? Like a grandma could get hit harder than you, and it's usually the ones in the bikinis with their ass out. They're like,
she's not. Hold on. She's also been tainted by a lot of indie wrestling. It's a lot of it is shitty.
No. What did we watch last time? I don't know what day it was, but they were like hitting so soft. They were waiting for the move. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah, there was one women's match recently on I don't know if it was Raw or NXT. It was one of them. They were like just waiting for the move.
I don't remember.
It was not very good.
It's like, what do you if like you said? They are more worried about hurting themselves than about hurting like making it look.
That was yesterday. That was yesterday. We watched something happened in the
Oh, it's the Bianca Belair.
It was
I hate that ponytail.
It was either that or it was the first.
hey! All right, listen, miss. All right, you can say a lot of things on this show. We never talk bad about that ponytail.
Never talk great. Why? Cut it off. Someone sneak up behind her.
No,
and
no,
cut
no.
that
Listen. We know that there is a bald horse in Central Park. I'm not too far. But that, I mean, everybody knows that's not her hair. It's just the
off. No,
gimmick.
Yeah. Now, has
Um,
anybody ever tied her hair to a rope?
not
Yeah.
yet.
I think they've done it.
I think somebody did.
Somebody
They
do
may
it.
have tied it to the rope at best.
Yeah, I think it was. I think it was Becky Lynch that did it.
Well,
It's like-
didn't Bailey tie it to like Hell in a Cell or something, like to the cage or
Possibly,
something?
yeah. Every time I see the Twisted Tea commercial,
What
I think of the
what
guy
are they
getting smacked
like-
in the face with it.
When are they gonna
Oh,
cut
shit,
it off?
okay.
At some point. At some point.
They have to.
Yeah, at some point it'll have.
I feel like if she gets a heel run, that's where she gets rid of it.
that's when it comes off.
No,
Yeah,
what
it
if
comes
she
off.
like just they take? Does she have the belt?
She is a tag team champion.
So what if they cut it off when they take the belt?
I ain't gonna happen. She's babyface.
I am still bothered that they're the tag team
But
champions.
wouldn't that make
Me too.
her? Wouldn't that make her
Unless
like
Jade Cargill
more?
comes back.
Like people love
No,
her more
no.
if someone else cut it off.
But yeah, but as a bad guy, so it's funnier. When
Yeah,
you're
the
a
bad guy has to cut it off.
No, it's gotta be the other way around.
And-
Because you got to be the heel and you lose your hair because you got to be the one that looks like a dummy. Because you're a bad guy.
No, but like, what if they like overpower her and then cut it off to like
then
embarrass her?
it's not good. Then she looks more like a hot white baby face because they ganged on her and cut her hair off. You can do that. It'll work.
I
but
just
she-
want it off, is what I'm
But
saying.
she's a white guy. It is.
Look.
It is ridiculous. They're gonna do their boss man.
Yo,
Hell in the Cell spot would be.
Oh shit! What the fuck?
what's her hair? Not the other way, because that would
Yeah,
be too
right,
bad.
right.
That'll be too dark if you get what I'm saying.
A big boss man on the Cell spot. Undertaker lynched Big Boss Man, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we gotta wait 10 minutes. This has to end, and then the women's segment will come out. We've noticed something, me and my wife, when AEW women, like they always have the same time women's segment. I don't know if you noticed that.
I'm worried that that's going to be the main event of tonight. That's what I'm
Oh.
worried about.
Yeah, probably.
Why? Then it's not at 9:30.
It'll probably be at 9, or at least a little bit after 9:30, and they'll go for the rest of the show.
That long?
Yeah.
What other matches are on this card?
I don't think so. I don't think there's any left. I think that's the only one left.
That's-
Oh my God, the TBS title match.
Yeah,
We're gonna have to like play
Kill-
a game or something.
just kill time.
That's where all the viewers leave.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we found something out. We turned on Nicktoons, and every Wednesday, the same episode of SpongeBob plays at the same time as the women's segment. It's the slinging slasher.
The best episode.
That's hilarious.
So
Yeah,
2 weeks in a row. So we're waiting for
Yeah.
this
And
week
because of that, I got that stupid joke in my head. It's like, I'm flipping burgers
at night.
my goddamn head. Yeah, she has an interesting take on women's wrestling. She doesn't like
I'm
a
not
woman.
a
She doesn't-
misogynist, but
she's,
I
you
am
know,
not a woman's woman at all.
this is the kind of woman I needed. I didn't need a
Yeah, no.
girl power.
I
woman.
hate girl.
So I could just hear how thrilled you are that there's a women's Royal Rumble coming up.
We're
Ugh.
we're gladly gonna miss
We're
that.
thankfully missing that. Holy shit.
I have to go pick up my
You
son.
I was gonna say you can't miss that.
Oh,
Well,
we
I'm gonna.
absolutely can't.
I'm assuming I'm gonna miss like a giant chunk of it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm
I'll
not
just
even.
like.
I'm not
keep
gonna
you
watch it
updated or something.
until. So I'm gonna come home and just watch it from the beginning.
Oh,
and I'll
why
just
do you gotta watch it from the beginning?
I'll kind of zip through the bullshit that I don't want to watch Women's Royal Rumble, and because I want to watch the 2 out of 3 falls tag
2 out of
match,
3 falls. Yeah.
and I definitely want to see the ladder match.
What
She
are
had a full segment.
Yeah, DYI versus Machine Guns.
Oh,
Gargano and yeah, there you go.
Sir, I refuse this. Do it yourself. I will never call them by the initials.
Rumble?
I said that exact thing about the do it yourself. I was like, why is he with another person?
I was just like, yo,
It's do it with yourself and a tag
Do
team
it
partner.
with yourself.
Yeah.
Unless yourself is plural.
The Lone Rangers.
What? Otherwise, the Lone Ranger.
this match is entirely too long. This is the reason why people tune out.
Yeah. This
Well,
crowd.
they
Look at
need
that.
bathroom
Look at that
breaks.
front row.
They're yeah.
That front row. They just checked out right now.
That's fun.
Yeah, that's ridiculous, dude.
I was about to say, is that the same guy with the green shirt that be at all the WWE shows?
That'd be so fun.
No, not him.
No, yeah.
Okay.
He never
mean the
misses
guy
a
that's,
show.
like-
He's always
I'll
in the
say-
front seat.
I'll say another positive thing about AEW.
Oh wow.
I'll say another positive thing about AEW. I like their stage.
What? What do you mean?
The heel face thing.
That I like the color scheme.
Oh,
I
yeah,
like the
yeah.
color scheme
light.
of Dynamite. I think they have a cool little branding. I like that. Yeah, I think that's it, Malik. They're just showing it now in the corner. TBS Championship still to come.
For fuck's sake.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which means something major would probably have to happen. No, wait.
And look, up next, Mariah May, 9:30. That's the 9:30 women's spot. See,
But she's just talking.
she's just talking. So we're definitely going to see if the hash slinging slasher is.
We don't even.
Okay.
We don't
Okay.
even.
I'm gonna bring this up. I don't know if you guys brought this up the other day. I was still recovering when you guys are doing the show. So I have a question. You have something here in the Tony Storm, her whole gimmick, the timeless Tony Storm thing.
Oh, I spoke about it already.
Okay, you have possibly the best segment for women in AEW's history, and you do it on a random Saturday night that absolutely nobody is watching.
Against Saturday Night's main event.
Yes.
Well, they're stupid. I thought we've established that they can't even get anything right.
A lot.
I mean,
lot of
this
times-
this match is like, I mean, at this point, 12 minutes too long.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, what the fuck? How long is this match going to go?
When he opened and tried to hit him and he almost caught him with the Blade Runner, that should have been the match right there.
That should have. Why is Willie Yuta getting this much time? I'm not understanding. What?
Also,
Because
these two, they've turned from him going after Moxley to him happening to feud with Yuta, and I'm just like, end this already. What happened to the Guns? Like, what's the issue there? Do they want out of their contract too? Are they both injured? Like, they just disappeared.
I know. Juice got injured. I don't know.
Yeah,
if
he got hurt when he wrestled Osprey
Yes.
in the Continental Classic.
Yes.
Right,
But
it's over, finally.
Austin and Colton Gunn just fell off the face of the planet without any explanation.
I feel like Jay White would have a good run in WWE.
Yes.
I really
Yes.
believe that. Yeah, not a bad talent.
I just wonder if they make him change his move, seeing as how that was Bray's.
Oh yeah.
And now Bray's brother utilizes it. So,
You know, I do think there's some value in having big moments in off shows. In theory, it makes every show unexpected, similar to when WWE was doing title changes on house shows. I mean, you give a little bit of a unpredictability to the shows. Makes you want to watch because you don't know what's going to happen. But what I will tend to agree with both of these guys, and you know, like I said, I didn't watch AEW at all during this timeless Tony Storm shit, so I didn't. You know, obviously I knew it was kind of over, but I didn't really watch anything, so I didn't know how over it was. But the fact that she got beat up, the lady leaves, then she stands up and says, "Oh, by the way, I'm this person again," was dumb as shit. Don't you think she should have come to the ring and then right then and there, like, smear lipstick and become the character and be like, "I've been hiding the whole time. I want you for the belt," and then fight. Then maybe get beat up. That's fine. But like, the storytelling makes no fucking sense. Like, it's like
So I get what you're saying. You're right. But if you were watching the whole time, like the way it unfolded originally, it made sense what they did. It just made no sense the timing of it. Like, they couldn't wait to push that button to be like, yeah, she's going back to being timeless Tony. He
yeah.
No, continue because I thought about something which is from 25 years ago. To me, it made me remember when Triple H beat the hell out of Mick Foley at the end of the episode of Raw in an 8-man tag, and then when Foley came out on SmackDown, he became Cactus Jack. I felt like that's what they were doing, and they did it all in one spot.
Yeah.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I didn't throw my hands up for you. I throw my hands up because even more garbage just came on TV.
Yeah, FTR and Edge.
No.
Excuse me.
Cope.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't know how I'm going to cope with the fact that I'm still watching this.
I don't know, dude. This guy is. I love FTR, man. I would love to see them come back to WWE. I hate the fact that they're in AEW.
And I think that one of the reasons why we want to see guys come back is because we know that they'll be used and highlighted completely different. I don't think it's so much of a. I know we come off as predominantly biased towards WWE, but AEW is not even a close number 2 when it
No.
comes to wrestling promotions.
Absolutely.
I have to say that TNA is now my number 2.
What's up, babe?
Did you see the thing that's saying Rhea Ripley might be in the men's rumble?
Really?
Why?
No, because she just said, maybe I'll be in the men's one. She said that
She's just
apparently.
trying to throw it up percent.
Yeah, so I don't think they'll do that. With her saying it, I don't think it'll happen.
Nah, hold on a second. She'll be in the men's rumble. WWE 2K25 has intergender matches, and that's where you'll see that happen.
Yeah, that's probably why she said it.
The question. Nia Jax is The Rock's whatever
Cousin.
cousin. Is that why she entered both men and women's Royal Rumble in 2019 in the same day?
No, she was just in there as a surprise entrant, right? She eliminated the Truth, right?
That wasn't anything to do with because she's the cousin.
No.
This was way before Rock had anything to do with being an
no nepotism.
like that.
The only nepotism I would say is you see his dumb daughter on NXT.
Yeah, that was
I think that'd be the only
stupid.
nepotism I'd say.
The worst actor I've ever seen.
Who said that you were talking through your teeth? You said that yesterday, and
I said she talks with her teeth.
Yeah. She talks through her teeth like Psycho Sid. He said Psycho Sid. Fucking snap.
What was that? He said, I was like, wow, that's bad acting. I thought her.
She was like,
her dad was The Rock, and you're like, yeah, exactly.
She was like, wow, this is really bad acting. I thought her father was The Rock. I said, what's your point? Rock's shitty too. Terrible actor too. What are you getting at?
Ric Flair is one of the greatest of all time. David Flair.
I know. Did you watch Black Adam? It's an awful movie.
It's fucking terrible.
He's terrible.
I saw that when we went to Felix's wrestling thing.
Yeah. That lady is coming out.
Yeah,
Let's see.
See, it's like stuff like that. Like,
Let's
what
just
are they
see.
doing?
Let's see if it's the hash singing slasher.
Yeah.
Because if it is, I'm gonna laugh. I thought for sure that when this dummy Ricochet came here, he was gonna bring his ring announcer or whatever the fuck, so she can do it there.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
No. So she's doing music, so
yeah, she said she doesn't want to really do anything with wrestling anymore.
I think she just wanting to be a fan, and it's like people could even if she decided to leave WWE and come here, it's her prerogative. It's what she wants to do.
Yeah.
Like,
well, this is in HD. That's why. You two don't seem to watch the newer ones. This aired last year. Well, they're watching it still. I mean, yeah. So.
oh yes, more blondes. I'm sorry. I just say it I have to say it that way every time.
Okay, I mean, she left to do music, and the fans were brutal to her.
Yeah.
How are they brutal to her?
The way that they reacted, because once Ricochet was gone and then she's gone, so they turned it into a whole issue.
Really?
Like, obviously, they started harassing her and stuff. Like, let her do what she wants.
Yeah, I agree.
Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
You know, kids. I don't fucking know. I don't know.
It's the same way. I'm gonna say stupid fan. I don't know who it is, obviously, but they're a stupid fan saying that Bailey should be fired for wishing Willow Nightingale a happy birthday. You know how stupid that was to take your time out of your day to post that to look like a total ass.
Why would you want to fire somebody because they wish somebody another?
Like, these people have friends and multiple companies. Like, why would that even bother them? Like,
exactly.
And everybody kind of supports everybody, so it's just like.
In fact, I thought it was pretty. I thought it was pretty.
I'm gonna give you something right here that really just just to me is pure fucking stupidity, right? So you have John Moxley with his Death Riders and your favorite person, Mina Shirakawa, whatever her name, Sharapova, whatever her name is, and literally Mariah May. There you go, Mina Shafir. And Mariah May literally just pushes away John Moxley's wife. Why wouldn't you send Mina Shafir out there to beat the crap out of her?
Because they have nothing to do with each other on camera. So, first of all, why is it Roderick Strong saying, "Aren't you my wife? Why are you with this guy?" I mean, if that's what we're doing,
the real question everybody should be asking is just why is she with them in general?
Oh, I've been asking that for months.
Nobody knows.
It's not an intimidating factor. It's not like like a giant woman where you'd be like, oh my, this woman's like a giant Sasquatch.
Listen,
Right?
she choked out a man with mother's milk. So
Yeah.
how was that?
How come John Moxley comes through the crowd, the other guys come through the entrances, and Pac's always in ring gear when they arrive to the arena?
Listen, he
True.
never He never changes. If he's real, he get on the flight just like that, the same way.
That's how-
You're gonna give the last two segments to this and a women's title match? I don't believe that.
It's
No,
just the way.
I think I think Mercedes is going to close the show. And what's crazy is I think they're trying to do something with Harley Cameron for this Australia show.
Like if she defeats Mercedes with the TBS title, I don't know about that.
No, I think they just want to give her a match for it, which I don't mind. Like, it's her hometown and everything. And let me tell you something. Harley Cameron has been like the most entertaining thing on AEW.
She is. I give credit where credit's due. Oh, look at that! I spoke about the guns, and now
You don't want me to say it on here?
Well, I don't see. Is it over yet, that segment? Because I honestly don't care.
they're showing the guns, the gun boys. So
All right. So
I guess they're coming back without being Bullet Club Gold. What?
I'm sorry, sir. The Bang Bang Gang.
I'm sorry.
So these guys are Billy Gunn's kids, right?
Correct.
Yes.
I'm surprised they never went to the E.
Well, I think Billy was in AEW, so
Oh, yeah.
I guess this is their comeback now.
I guess so.
Why does Hook always look like he's doing the face of Magnum?
Yo, now I can't unsee it.
He looks like Hooklander. That's what I'm gonna call him.
And Nick Wayne looks like Squidward. Like that nose.
Squidward. What was your point? Make your point. I told you to say. Make it.
I was just saying that's another reason why women, or at least certain women, should not be.
Because they bring the simps.
Well, no, it's like who is it? The thing about the daddy, or like, what was that? The girl.
Oh, they call mommy. They call Rhea Ripley mommy.
Yeah, that's like weird
But that was because
dominatrix shit.
But that was because what's his face called her that. If I'm not mistaken, right? That's because
Dominic. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then, what was the other point I just had about like another where they make the guy look like the effeminate one, and like the girl's like on top? You know what I mean? I don't remember what my point was, but that's like another thing.
That happens a lot.
Like that doesn't need to happen.
Who did it today? They just came up on stage. Was it on Saturday Night's Main Event with
Smack the guy?
Raquel Rodriguez? She jumped up on the apron and hit a dude or some shit like that.
Yeah, like why? That's so.
Or it might have been Rhea Ripley hitting JD McDonough or some shit like that. I don't remember. I saw it though.
Shane Taylor took out all of what is going on? What am I watching?
Exactly.
That was Collision.
This is what AEW is, Greco.
Why did Shane Taylor take out all of Undisputed Kingdom by himself?
Why are we having a main event match with a girl we never ever see on this show?
Again, AEW.
I tried my hardest not to be negative, but Yukazaka's I can't even say the name anymore.
Yamaha.
Yuka Sakazaki.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Stuka Haki Saki Su.
Hey,
you sock it to me, I sock it to
Sock
you.
it to you. Random thing. She's married to Takeshita
Who?
Sakazaki.
Oh, I did not know.
I saw that the other day. I don't know if it's true or not, but somebody posted it on the
It might be, but Bobby Lashley hurts people.
Say her name again.
Yuka Sakazaki.
That sounds like a dish you'd get at a fucking hibachi restaurant.
That's true.
I'll take the Suka Zakazaki, and they'd be like, good choice.
It says that no, she's not married or anyone.
She's not married to anybody.
I was lied to.
Maybe she's
no,
dating.
It says she's not even dating anyone either.
Who?
Suka Kakazaki.
Yuka Sakazaki.
Sakami Akamakamana. So, Malik, are you getting a day one purchase of WWE 2K25?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I think I'm gonna finally do that. I haven't done that.
I might be doing the same.
Man, I think I'm gonna get it. We'll do the fucking general manager thing. Is it better than the last times?
Like I said, I always jump up and I play the live events.
Okay.
I had, mind you, I started playing the live events from the summer, so I had to catch up on a lot of shit.
Yeah, when you say
Because-
play live events, do you just like what are they like actual events that have happened and you play them?
So, like for example, today is Sheamus's birthday. They'll have something where you're able to fight against Sheamus in a TLC match, and then get like more points, like added or whatever the hell it is. I'll have to show you so you see it one day.
Yeah. I
Do
don't
do they
understand
have the thing where it's like the $100 and you just get the downloadable packs every time, or
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay?
I think the game is like 130. So yeah.
Jesus Christ!
That's what
Well,
everything.
that's the thing. You're getting you obviously get the DLC, and it's not like before where you get it every month. They stretched it out to where the final DLC you'll get in this like November, and it'll
Yeah.
probably be like 5 or 6 DLCs at that. So
You're gonna
it's
be
not
giving
that
me
bad.
for $130. You're gonna be giving me more than the DDL Embassy.
They have what? They have 300 wrestlers in it already. They said.
Yeah, and I can't wait to use the same 5 people. Shinsuke Nakamura, Seth Rollins, AJ Styles.
And you played online a lot?
Yes, and I enjoy getting cursed out.
Might have to show that on stream. You might have to stream that game on this network, but
I don't know. I have to find a way to mute the controller before they start cursing me out.
but I like Yakasuzaka Makina.
You can like Suka little.
Right.
Boy, I'm never gonna be able to say her name.
You can like Suka Sukazuki. It's fine. You know, nobody's gonna judge you.
Who's
Hell.
the guy from WCW back in the day?
You can even like Kenzo Suzuki.
Kenzo Suzuki. There we go.
She's just never on the show. Yuji Nagata, whoever it is.
Eugene Nagata. You know, I'd accept Yuki Shinaka if she came out with my man. What was
Sonny
Sonny Ono.
I created
the inventor of selfies.
Yeah, did you know that? You didn't know that Sonny Ono was the creator of the selfie?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, in WCW, he would come out with his wrestlers and he'd go like this with a disposable camera.
With a disposable camera, yep.
Take a picture of himself and he goes, "Look at that! Yeah, I call this selfie."
Who's like legit friends with Eric Bischoff? Like,
yes,
best friends.
Do you guys watch a lot of those podcasts? Or do you kind of stick to the same realms?
Okay,
Like,
so
no, I do Bischoff.
So for me, my podcasts are Jim Cornette,
okay.
Jeff Jarrett, Jim Ross, and occasionally Jericho.
Really, you still listen to that guy?
Well, it depends upon who's on. It's not all the time.
I listen to
and now JBL is probably one of the better podcasts to listen to.
Really?
Yes.
I like Nash. The only problem with Nash is it's always
Nash actually is also another good one. That's probably like my honorable mention.
I like Nash. He goes, I never had a problem with this guy. You know, he had a problem with me. A lot of Nash's stories start like that. You don't know.
Oh, I know you're a mark for the Japanese wrestlers.
Yeah,
my thing is she's never advertised to be on the show. She randomly gets a title shot based off of winning a fatal 4-way where there are girls that they use on a regular basis. It just doesn't make any sense for me.
Ricky, this is for you.
You fucking mark!
Can I ask you a question?
I do.
Y'all listen to the Deadlock podcast? No, who's that? Who's on that one? I've never listened to that one.
I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't ever listen to. I listen to Nash and the Undertaker. I listen to the Undertaker a lot.
I usually watch.
I watch it. Yeah, I watch it.
Yeah, I watch those.
The only problem with it is I can't stand his podcast guy.
So now he's winning with the Styles Clash more often.
Yeah.
Why are we getting a Takeshita promo now?
Oh, you're not even there yet. You get to the point where they have a recap of what happened at the beginning of the show.
Yo, Brian Cage. I didn't even know Brian Cage stood there like a penis with ears to wait to get Smash Mouth.
Thank you. That's what me and
my God.
Yeah. Tony said that earlier.
He was just waiting to get hit with the chair.
I remember him saying it, but I didn't see it. I think I know who the Deadlock podcast is. I usually see their clips. I probably even sent them to some of you guys when they just randomly pop up on my feed.
That's like they have like the orange logo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where
Okay.
they make
Yeah.
fun of where they make fun of things that happen.
Yes. Yes.
There was another one. There's another comedian podcast with wrestling that I watch. I listened to it. Pretty funny.
I do. I love JBL right now. Like he's very entertaining.
He's not bad.
I was like, if Bruce Pritchard never comes back to something to wrestle, I'm fine with JBL taking over.
Yeah, agreed. Bischoff is good. I enjoyed Bischoff.
Because one of the things that's the issue for me is that Pritchard is super defensive over things that happened 30 years ago. I can understand when it comes to stuff in regards to
The current
Dave Meltzer.
product.
Dave Meltzer.
Oh,
My lovely wife just pointed out something really, really interesting, and I agree with her. She said this is so bad that they don't have enough time to fill out the rest of the show that they're just playing a recap of the show.
Well, we also gotta hit that overrun.
Oh, so it goes over 10 p.m. Is that what you're telling me?
It's gonna go to like 10:06, 10:07.
Jesus Christ!
I hope that I'm wrong tonight, but I know I'm not.
Yeah.
Because we got to get that time in for Mercedes Moan.
You got it wrong. It's
that looks like
Monday.
who's that male makeup artist?
Cool.
Oh my gosh! Like
I know who you're talking about. And I'm done with you right now. Oh my god! I can't think of the name either. It's bothering me.
Oh my god!
Star? Star?
Yes, Jeffree Star.
Jeffree Star.
Bro.
Wow.
On the right, the girl with the yellow hair looks just like him.
So here's my thing. We show Deanna Purrazzo gets used more on the show, but she couldn't win the 4-way. We just needed to put the Japanese wrestler up against Mercedes.
Yeah.
Because that's what Tony Khan does.
Yeah. This is what's this? That's John Morrison's wife, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is she on all the Ozempic? Because her face is skinny as shit now.
Is she on all the Ozempic?
Time out.
Oh my god.
There is nothing wrong with the Ozempic, all right?
It's explosively bad, like diarrhea, Jeff.
Yeah.
Some of us were 282 and down to 262. All right, there's nothing wrong with the Ozempic.
I'm not saying this.
Now she's dressed up like Apollo Creed.
I'm just saying some people.
Does it get mad at you for saying Ozempic? I missed that.
No, some people know Greco might be on Ozempic, and that's
why.
Yes, I am.
Why is she dressed like Apollo Creed, bro?
And the Deadlock Boys ran an indie, but they do retro reviews where they do old episodes of the. Okay, all right, maybe I'll listen to that.
Yeah, I guess I haven't listened, but from what I hear in clips, they're funny. Like they make fun of basically the stuff we make fun of.
That's a great take, Rick. Yeah, I agree. Well, Deanna stinks.
Well, that's facts.
How does she have 4 belts? Does she make them?
Actually, no. First of all, that one over that she's holding in her right hand doesn't even look like a real championship.
Yeah, why was one holographic? Was I seeing wrong?
I'm going to say that's the AAA belt.
It looked purple. Is this Saga's?
I like the fact that Stephanie Ricœur called her a pendeja in AAA.
Really?
Yeah.
Which one?
Mercedes.
Oh yeah.
She was like, I don't know who you think you are, pendeja, but this is my house.
That's a good word.
Now, listen, Dominique. I apologize for this, but talk about simping, Stephanie Ricœur. I'm just going to leave it right there.
Yeah, you're not the only one.
I agree with you, buddy.
All right, and listen, Dominique. This goes against your thing of blondes and everything, because she is not blonde.
I completely agree with you, bud.
No, like I said, this is why they put girls on for
but
the guys.
You said you liked that girl because she had horns and shit, didn't you?
Yeah. Rokeeper likes her.
Yeah, I because of her, I am now going to Chile.
To
go wrestle over there.
What do you mean because of?
She's from there.
She's from Chile. Yeah.
So you wanted another one.
Yo,
for yourself.
What up, Just Jeff?
Hey,
Here's what's interesting that I never paid attention to notice. Aubrey Edwards. No, sorry, not Ed, like Mr. Ed. I didn't know that she ref for WWE for a short period of time during the Mae Young Classic. I didn't even notice that.
I didn't notice that.
I didn't either.
Like looking back, I saw like highlights of who was in it. And I was just like, It was like a who's who of now over in different promotions.
Why do we have to go so clussed up on Justin Roberts? Why do we need to get right into his face with that camera?
Japanese belt, babe.
Yeah, that's the New Japan Strong.
The Japanese belt.
So we're just gonna keep putting this chick in the spot where she goes over. You know.
Wow, did you see how that ref walked? Like,
There's a reason why they call him Mr. Edwards. Fucking the ref. The ref has a horse face. Can't tell.
and
Aubrey Ed.
Yeah, she walks into a bar. The bartender says, "Hey, why the long face?"
for real. What are these pants?
Those,
Like-
those
like
are what
Aladdin?
those are what we refer to as the sabus.
I was about to say
The
that.
Sebus.
Those are the suicidal death, homicidal, death-defying pants.
Death-defying sabu.
Which Sabu's wrestling against Joey Janela in April, I believe.
I know. Never
jeez.
March or April. Janela's spring break. I was like, yo, Sabu, that one AEW appearance that he made, I was like, nah, bro, don't do this.
I can't.
A Mid-South street fight. Boy. If FTR lose by being pinned by Wheeler Useless.
Wheeler Useless. That's a great nickname for him. That's a shirt that I'd buy.
Also, do we find it funny that NXT last night ran in the same building that AEW is now running in next week? And I feel like AEW
they're going to center stage?
Yeah, they're going to center stage.
Oh my God.
Wow.
That's where Dynamite is next week.
And the setup is not going to be it might be decent. Yo, she's doing the dance like Mercedes. I'm done. Yukazaki's got to be at least like 48.
What the actual fuck was that?
Yugazaki looks like an anime character.
I'm going to say she's like 25 years old. I don't think she's that old.
Is that a name?
I'm being a dick.
Yugazaki, Shizaki, Makazaki.
Yo, she can't do this move.
Huh?
Yo, the struggle is real. Oh no.
Why do they put this stuff on TV, man?
Because they have to. Because she's the TBS champion, and they're on TBS.
What was that?
Oh my God.
He looks like Takeshi Morishima as a kid. Talk about a guy that I was afraid was gonna fall on me.
Takeshi
I was there.
Takeshi
we were in the third rope near the entrance when Danielson dived onto him, and they landed near us.
Morishima used to remind me of Majin Buu, the fat one. That's who you remind me.
She
You gotta
looks
be
like a satyr with like goat leg bottom with those pants.
Yeah. I like the Sabu pants. You know why? Because you be able to move in those with no problem. I hated tights. Tights were the worst. They just restrict around your pee-pee. Kind of takes everything out of it, you know?
I was like, how dare these guys trying to make me look professional while I was wrestling? Leave me in my pajamas, damn it.
I had like boxing shorts made, and that was the best decision I ever made. I hated tights. Hated them. But I love Sabu's look. Those baggy pants, those Alibaba pants is what I used to call them.
Alibaba.
Yeah.
Look.
Sabu pants also very airy and breathable. Facts.
Commercial by that.
Facts.
Oh, Meteora.
Can someone ask me? Can you answer me this question? And please, because it's starting to really want me to punch a fucking wall. What the fuck dance is this thing? What is she doing?
You don't like the stripper dance?
I first off,
I'm being sarcastic again.
Yeah, I cannot stand this fucking. I cannot believe they gave this chick so much money, and I can't believe they're giving her the main
She looks
event.
like a gay man in a wig.
I think that's why Britt Baker got pissed off. That they're paying this chick so much money.
I mean, she wasn't she there. She's there first. She was like supposed
Who
to
did
be.
she sleep with to get there?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't think she slept with anybody. I just think people believe the hype is what it was. 'Cause
Well,
she came,
also it could
she
be
came out of
like
WWE.
it could be because of the wokeness, and you have to have the like they have to go over
No,
now because
I
they're
just
women.
she left WWE, went to Japan, right? Became what you I guess would be a star, and then Tony Khan got a boner for her and signed her.
Obviously, that's
Well,
what happened.
and again, I think this is similar to the Moxley thing that you had a group and you had 3 HBKs and 1 Jannetty, and this is the Jannetty.
Yeah.
You know, like
But here's the problem. Here's the problem, Greco. This is the Jannetty that thinks she's the Sean.
I mean, don't get me wrong. She's had okay matches with Statlander that weren't bad, but I don't get it. I don't understand.
I think there was a time where people thought Becky was like in last place.
Yes,
And as time went on, Becky is a better promo than Mercedes.
yes.
Becky is not bad in the ring. I feel like that is Mercedes' strongest point.
But I think
But also it depends upon who she's working with.
Working with, right.
Yeah, and I also think they probably have to go over this shit multiple times. You could just tell how choreographed it is when this happens, when she wrestles.
But to me, Charlotte and Bayley were always the top two.
Well, Charlotte is obviously the
Yeah.
standard bearer. Obviously, she's the measuring stick, which everybody's compared to.
I won't be surprised if she's the first female to become a 2-time Royal Rumble winner as far as females go.
Which one's this, Charlotte or Bailey?
Charlotte.
Charlotte. Yeah. I think Charlotte's going to win this Saturday.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I just don't see who else you would want to.
Like if they do it where it comes down to her and Becky gets thrown out by her, it'll just be a callback to 2019.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that. That's what I'm noticing about WWE. They tend to do a lot of long-term storytelling.
Yeah, I was at that Rumble.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if at some point we get Charlotte, Becky, and Bayley in the ring together. And they're all just kind of like, they do the look at each other. They do the look at the sign. They do the wide shot of the crowd going crazy.
Yeah. God, fucking Royal Rumble. So predictable.
I'm gonna give you a quick take. Something I think would be pretty cool. I think Roman might come in number 1.
Also, whoever throws Roman Reigns out is just destined to win the Royal Rumble, as history shows it.
Do we think we're getting Rock at 31?
I don't know.
I hate when people say that.
I know. But listen, if you want to smell what he's cooking, he is the final boss. So he could just essentially go, I'm coming out at 31, and that's it. Right?
I swear.
There's only 30 people in the Royal Rumble. Because he's the boss. And he would add himself in as the 31st person. I just don't think you should do that. The only way he would do that is if Roman Reigns actually comes to and wins or some shit. And he comes into
So I thought that could happen, but the more you see the Cody heel turn coming, the less I think that. I think Cody's going to wind up being the Rock's champion.
Okay.
Like you want to do a callback instead of last year, like Rock handing him something and like being like, "Oh, I'm coming for your title." Rock just being like, "You're going to be my guy."
I'd be okay with that.
And heel Cody's going to be Scorched Earth. Heel Cody is going to be Homelander.
I liked it. I liked how you're seeing how he's starting to break. All his friends are turning on him. They all want to die. Like he doesn't know who to trust no more.
Yep, and I love Punk saying, like, you've been champ for so long, I did it, and I know what's going to happen. Like, this is what happened to me, and I didn't like who I became. And he says, I became a heel.
God. Oh, my God.
What happened?
You'll see it.
No, there's no more surprising. You just kind of like, I don't know if they can.
Can't even pay attention to this shit.
Yeah, probably. I don't know if I can drop, like, if you can lower the bar anymore, and then they just somehow manage.
Oh, are we talking the springboard dropkick?
Yes. Just go to the top rope if it doesn't work, B.
Doesn't work, B.
I like the baggy pants.
All right, so there's a positive. See, that's what we're going to start doing. We're going to start doing the positives of what we see.
It just makes me think of that great Sabu.
Okay. Okay.
Sabu?
I like how Chelsea Green has USA stuff, and now all of a sudden Monet does for what reason I don't know.
She's
Is it
wrestling a
'cause she-
Japanese
I
wrestler.
was saying
So,
she's wrestling an Asian girl. That's we're gonna do the whole USA thing here.
Well, the one thing you did say, and I think it just doesn't stand true for MJF, is that a lot of these guys in AEW, guys and girls, they go for the low hanging fruit. And I think wearing the American flag against the Japanese girls, low hanging fruit. Just try to get no, it's to generate heat against this crowd. The problem is, and I don't have the audio on, is the crowd reacting? Are they into it? I can't hear.
they're just kind of sitting there.
Yeah.
No,
Also, to me, imagine her wearing the American flag stuff would make her more of a baby face than a heel because
yeah.
we're here. Because first of all, they're in Huntsville, Alabama, so they're all jumping up and saluting the flag.
America.
Well,
Goddamn
I don't know
right.
if they're saluting that flag in Alabama, but
That bullshit.
Yeah, fair play.
What happened? What happened?
That's that bullshit.
That bullshit. It's just so it's like so like I don't know, man. I don't know what.
Jeff, are you cousins to Just Joe?
Maybe.
I had to ask.
you know what's great? There's people in the front row looking at like, what are we watching?
I know because I'm saying that.
Then they have to deal with a taping of Collision right after this.
Oh my god!
You know what's funny is you just confuse the fuck out of them and then just go right into Collision, which is just gonna baffle them. So you confuse
which Tony Khan, if you've ever been to an AEW show, comes out in between shows and starts talking.
Yep, as they change the ring over.
We gotta really. Oh my god, the move that she does is stupid. From the gory special into a DDT, it doesn't ever come out good.
Nope.
This is
what is this into?
That's Sasha Banks that does it, or the other one?
Sasha.
No, Sasha.
Well, it's 10:03. You weren't kidding. They definitely got to go over.
Yeah, every week, as if you can't format this properly.
Is it? Is it? Are they supposed to do to 10:05, or is it just they want to go to 10:05?
Like this gives Raw when it's supposed to end at like what was it, like 11:07? But at least Raw was good. So like.
By the way, can we talk about how everyone was so excited Raw was going back to 3 hours, and yet they've been like 2.5 hours on point every week?
But my thing is people don't pay attention.
Yeah.
Triple H stated what the
I think it's the reactions that are more entertaining than the actual match.
I can't wait to be home next week to watch it and be at the same moment as him.
Yeah. Well, he's watching on HBO Max, so you're probably getting it quicker than the rest of us. I'm watching on TBS.
Stop playing.
Goodness gracious, this match went 15 minutes too long. Jesus. This should have opened the show. I would have rather seen Brian Cage versus Ospreay close the show, or Jay White versus Yuta. I can't believe I just said that. But
you talking crazy now.
I would have rather see Jeff Jarrett versus Claudio close out the show.
I don't.
Why is Sasha being rolled up into this weird pin and still trying to hold this girl's leg to make the pin?
That's
look
where
good?
oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's over now. Come on. Wrap it up, B. Yo, she didn't even kick out. She just let her up. Here it comes.
That's a shitty move. That is a terrible move.
Here it comes.
Actual fuck. Yeah, not
Here
bad.
it comes.
That is terrible. Who taught
that move? That move is rough.
At this point, I don't know, dude. This dummy has been on the she was on the WFAN a few times when they do Queens, and it was like nails on a chalkboard. I had to turn the radio off. Oh my god! Well, that was AEW for you.
It's 10:05.
10:05. They're just showing what's going to happen on Collision. And here comes the AEW trademark, and it goes out with Sasha on top. I mean, I don't care what her real name is. I don't care what the fuck she uses. God awful.
Thanks for just hanging out with us, everybody.
I love like the silence. from
God,
all of
I
you.
mean, but that's what it is. It's just you're disappointed.
Don't even know what to say.
You're disappointed. We gave it a fair shake. I will always try.
What is that? What does that belt say? Queen of.
Hey man, great show, top notch wrestling.
Top notch.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. Maybe Lord of the Rings is on again. I can watch that.
Yeah. We gotta put on. We have to cleanse our palate. We have to watch SpongeBob, guys.
Oh, Shang-Chi's on USA. Guys, if you want to do this for another hour and a half, I'm all for Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi, you want to do a Shang-Chi watch along?
Here's the problem with today's show. They got 2 weeks before they get to this big Saturday Grand Slam, which hasn't even fully been booked. It's not even an actual pay-per-view, so they have commercials. You're just doing this. It's probably going to be a tape show at that.
Yeah, it could have been worse. Someone could have lit your testicles on fire and put it out with steel wool. You know what, Jeff? At this point, I'd prefer.
I would have accepted that.
At this point, please light them on fire and watch them burn. Please catch Spot Monkey Radio.
I will gladly sit here and listen to Aquafina for the next 2 hours as long as I never have to watch another Mercedes Moné match. All right.
Good. Fucking A, man. Amen.
Catch Tony, sign it off.
The first 2 episodes of Dynamite this year I felt were decent. This episode was dick. Like, it was worse than last week's. And I hate that for the company because they're capable of doing so much better.
He's doing the Donald Trump. He's going like this.
Hold on. Let me just say something.
They got enough black people. No.
Got a lot of the blacks. A lot of blacks there in AEW. A lot of blacks. Here's the thing. Like I said, I've gone to it with open mind. I've tried. I've watched 3 weeks now. This is the third week of watching AEW. Actually, third week of watching wrestling every night, with the exception of Thursday because I don't have access TV. I can't watch Impact Wrestling.
I will find a way to get it to you.
I don't know what these AEW loyalists see when they watch this shit. I truly don't understand it. I've tried to give it a chance. I've tried to get a fair shake. I do not knock it as much as I used to. Malik was there on those original watch-alongs where it was literally just fuck this for 2 hours. I'm trying to give it its chance. And every time it just proves me right that this guy is without a shadow of a doubt.
You fucking monster!
Right? He is the absolute right. That being said, we're going to wrap this up. I appreciate you guys watching. I don't know who's that. Mike, mute you somehow. I'm going to wrap this up, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Catch Spot Monkey Radio every Monday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on your radio dial. Until then, that is Malik. That is Greco. Felix, my lovely wife, the producer, and myself, Tony. This has been The Watch Along. Take it easy, everybody.
Later.
Oh, boy.